Hi, I'm Christian Hoffman.
And I'm Harley Grow.
And we're the showrunners of the SCP web series Redacted, and we need your help to bring Season 2 into reality.
Now, our plans for Season 2 are quite ambitious, so visit the Seed and Spark link below in order to show your support and get more information.
Now, for a sneak peek into what Season 2 might look like, just
keep watching.
Attention all personnel. This is your site director. Because of the recent drop in staff morale and the rumors that are running amok throughout Site 202, I've decided to set a few things straight. Yes, it is as bad as you have heard. Worse. Which is why only Class D personnel are assigned to carry out the procedure. No, assignment to the project is not a punishment or a test of loyalty. While many of you that have served your time in the off-site facility have elected to receive Class A amnestics after, it is not true that we have given up hope of saving her. If there was anything else to be done, we'd be doing it. Our duties at the Foundation require us to do many distasteful things. That is the price we must pay. But we must never let down our guard because of sympathy. And we will not become monsters because of the monstrous acts we must perform. Do your jobs. And never forget the importance of your work. Montauk is here to stay.
We are welcome. If this is your first time, thanks for coming. If it's not your first time, thanks for coming back. We are here for another week, our live stream. Happy holidays and Thanksgiving to you guys. We took a break on Thursday. Obviously, we're not going to live stream on Thanksgiving, so I hope everyone had a amazing Thanksgiving. Today, we're going to have fun. We are going to review our Season 1 of Redacted, and we're going to do a live commentary. So if you have any questions about what we did, how we did it, why is this silly thing, or whatever, you have anything, write it in the chat. We will stop. We will answer the questions, or we will continue and answer the questions. We're also going to show some really cool, never-before-seen pre-visualizations of some things. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, we're still crowdfunding Season 2, so hit the QR code in the middle of the screen for YouTube. If you're on YouTube Shorts, hit the link in the description. TikTok, hit the link in the bio. We're trying to raise $100,000 to crowdfund Season 2. Woohoo! Woo! We're got a lot to go, but we have a lot of money already, so please, 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 we cannot do this without you guys. The fans of SCP and the fans of us here at Lot1. We appreciate all of you. So, before we start, for those who don't know who we are, or who some of these silly people here are on screen, we're going to introduce ourselves. I am Christopher Henley. I am the series producer for Redacted. Next. I don't care who's next, but next. The man in the MTF. You go.
Oh God, it's me. As you can clearly see on my name tag, it's blank, so I guess I'm not a person. But if I did have a name, it would be Christian, and I am, happy to be here. Happy to be crowdfunding Season 2 of Redacted, where I will appear in the background as an MTF in at least one scene.
And that's a promise, ladies
That's a
and gentlemen.
promise from me to you.
And the man in the lab coat up there, not many have seen you around a whole lot. What's going on? Introduce yourself.
So my name is Casey Jacobs. I'm an executive producer as well as one of the main assistant directors for the Redacted series. And I'm also a cameo extraordinaire.
Yes, he makes lots of cameos, especially in season 1. And L's House by the Sea, no, you cannot put on 035. I'm sorry, 035 is already put on by our next person. Who is that?
Hi guys, I'm a host for 035. My name is Harley Grow. Nice to see you guys. Nice to be back again. Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us now, and if you're new, well then welcome. Hope you guys have a good time. Happy to be here. I am one of the showrunners for season 1 and the hopeful showrunner of season 2.
I mean, you'll still be the showrunner season 2, whether it's made or not. You wrote
Yeah,
it.
I think that's already.
I mean, we could decide not to have that if you want.
No.
So,
no,
guys,
no, no,
this
no,
stream
no.
is actually for the firing of Harley Grove. We are open to applications, anyone and everyone.
Yes.
You look so sad.
Yes, someone else want to write season 2 because we got an opening. Yeah, if you want to check out Seed & Spark, remember the links are in all the descriptions and all the QR codes and in all the things. If there is a donation live while we are recording, we will do some fun things, as well as if, you have some requests, if you want to send some money our way for the crowdfunding campaign and make maybe, 035 do something silly, you could do that as well. Just like last time. There were some shenanigans that happened in last stream. It was
Lots of shenanigans.
Yeah,
crazy.
and nobody got hurt.
Yeah, nobody got hurt at all.
I mean, nobody that's relevant anymore, guys.
No one.
Yeah.
Malo's not here this time. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Anyways, oh.
BMGA guy.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Did you wish more people would know about this amazing series? Us too.
Yeah, we really do. That's actually a pain point that we're trying to cover a little bit tonight is we know that we have a lot of fans, but for some reason YouTube isn't letting our fans or our subscribers know that we're back and we're doing this, and we've posted a lot of content. Most of the views that we get are actually not returning viewers, so we're trying to solve that problem. So we appreciate the best thing you can do if you can't donate money to season 2 is share it with your friends, share it on the SCP Reddit, share it on a filmmaking Reddit or a Facebook group, or with your mom, with your dog. Literally sharing it helps just as much as donating. The statistic is if you share it, that just access another 5,000 people. On average, not always.
That being said, to you guys, if you aren't currently active in the SCP subreddits and in the Discord, you guys are missing out. It's a fun time.
Yeah, also just go there to check the stuff out in general too. Like, yeah. Appreciate all you and TikTok. Thank you. I know TikTok we're still trying to figure out, so it's a little weird. I'm still trying to figure out. It's also we just got something.
Oh, hi, TikTok.
I heard a ding dong. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, so I think we got a follow. Thanks for the follow on TikTok. Yeah, so here we go. We are going to review season 1. We're going to do a live commentary on season 1. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3 directors are here. AD for almost every single one is here. Producers and showrunners are here. We have lots of answers if you have questions. So, yeah, Harley always has an echo. I apologize.
Oh, I have an echo. I'm so, you know what? You know what? You know what? Just you wait. Just you wait.
Just you wait. While we're reviewing, he'll fix his mic. I appreciate. Yeah, call him out. It makes makes a world of difference. Okay. And let's start this. I'm just checking our chats really quick. My mom loves Harley. We love Harley too. The best I can do is like the series. That is perfectly fine. Like it. That's all we ask.
Especially if you go to the Seed and Spark and drop a follow there. That's actually super, super helpful. Even if you can't do anything else, if you can just follow and like and do all that fun stuff, that really does go a long way.
Yeah, actually, before we get into it, sorry, Vertical, give me a second to figure this out. I gotta find where it went. The Seed and Spark, while we're on the topic, something that's really helpful for the Seed and Spark is if you can't donate, which is totally fine, and you can't share because you don't got, I don't know, social media, whatever, there's a little follow button on here. I'll zoom in a little bit. This follow button right here helps us out. We actually unlock the ability to get donors for the project once we hit our goal. So if we hit like a certain amount of followers on it, it helps us out. It helps us get viewed by people on Seed and Spark. So even that, just hitting that follow button. I think you'll have to create an account, which I apologize, but honestly, anything helps. Even just being in this live stream helps, so we appreciate you. Oh, we're getting some... we got a DJ glasses, boxing gloves in the chat. Thank you for the donos on the TikTok, guys. Really appreciate it. Really quick, Christian, I think that deserves a little something, something.
A little something, something.
A little
Harley,
something. A little something, something.
SCP-035, are you ready?
Are you ready? 035, are you ready? I'm ready. Thank you, thank you. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Thanks for the donations on TikTok, guys. Appreciate it. Any little bit amount helps out. And Gormlick, again, just you being here is supporting us. We appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
That being said, oh my God, we almost hit our goal on TikTok. Holy crap. Thank you, Tanner Ramsey. Wow. Keep playing, Christian. They're just donating. They're just donating. 65, 67, 70, 75, 78, 80, 86. Woo! Oh my God. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wow. Party over on the TikTok right now. Woo! Thanks, guys, for the donations.
Oh, there's a $2 super chat on YouTube.
Super chat, thank you on YouTube. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh my God, Harley's back.
Harley's back. Appreciate you guys. We haven't even gotten into like the meat of this. Really, wow. Thank you guys. Anything helps. Anything helps. So if you want to hit, I'm gonna say it again. If you want to go to the Seed and Spark, donate on the Seed and Spark. That is where it helps out the most. Oh, yeah, I have DJ glasses on TikTok. I just realized. I forgot when you do those things, it makes you do something on screen. That's hilarious.
Like a filter on
yeah, I had a filter on this whole time.
You going the mask or no?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it can detect all of our faces. So it was just, we just got a hamster. So cute. So cute, dude. We're like 5 minutes into the stream and we've already hit our TikTok goal almost on.
Thanks, guys.
We broke our goal. There it is. Woo! Yeah.
We just walked the stream now?
Harley, do it. Mask, dance. Yeah. Appreciate it. Oh my God, thank you so much for the yeah. Wow, you're still going. Oh my God, keep it up. Wow, holy crap. There it is. Oh, let me fix that. Holy moly. Thank you, sir. Woo.
Wow.
We're never going to be able to get into the meat of the stream if we just have to keep dancing the whole time.
I think you just stopped now.
YouTube, yeah, sorry. On TikTok, we're just getting in a bunch of gifts and donos right now. So, sorry. I love SCP. Procrastinate anything with it. Yes.
Thank you, your daddy's tacos. Thank you.
Just for Harley. Is that your daddy's tacos, Harley? Oh!
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
You brought me back.
Harley
Sorry, guys,
came
my
back.
nostril.
Harley came back. That's
Dang.
hilarious. Okay. Do we want to see some cool previs stuff? Man, I wish I could have fixed it on
Oh, we're doing the
TikTok.
previs.
I mean, it's the intro sequence, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that
It makes sense to start there. Yeah.
We got another dono. We got a manifestation. Don't know what that means on TikTok, but woo!
What is that? What is that?
Manifesting season 2.
I don't-
Manifesting season
He's
2.
holding the globe.
Oh, hold the globe. Hold the globe. Oh. If YouTube, if you want to figure out what's happening, why we're being so silly, you can hit up TikTok Redacted series. That is what is happening over on Redacted right now. Friendship. Oh my God, we're getting so many donos. Harley,
I'm gonna take this opportunity. So do we, you know,
I think you need to go a little harder, Harley.
I need to fix my mask.
Wow, dude, really appreciate it, Tanner. Thank you. It is going to help so much. Oh my God, he keeps donating. Potato in Paris. I don't even know what that means. We need
Oh my God, that's
responses
amazing.
for all these things. Yeah. Yeah. Get it. Do I need to change the donation goal now? Is that just what happened?
I don't know. I don't think this has ever happened before.
Yeah, I'm literally like, I don't know what to do.
Else by the sea, you do not chat a lot. We chat a lot.
Give me 1 second.
Don't worry about it.
No, keep chatting, please. Keep our chats active, YouTube. We appreciate you guys so much. Everything
Yeah,
you
no,
do
we're
is
just happy
great.
to have you guys here. We're hanging out. We could be doing this alone just by ourselves, but having all you guys here makes it 10 times better.
Yes. Let me actually, really quick.
To answer VMGA guy's question on the YouTube stream, it is 5 episodes for season 2. You already know what it's about, Montauk. So there is a specific reason that we have that many episodes. You could think of it like a countdown, you know. Yeah. 5
Yeah,
episodes.
I think just to expand on it just a sec, right? Like 5 episodes. The goal for this next season was to really just concentrate on how best we could tell that story, you know. And I mean 5 is just convenient also because, you know,
Gives a nice arc.
yeah, you know, but also just you know, it has context to the actual you know, to the actual SCP as well too. So, you know, happy medium. We are very excited. Now the trade-off here is that because we're doing 5, we're also making them marginally longer.
They're longer, yeah.
We are gonna. You guys are gonna be getting a, you know, a full experience into a show as opposed to like glimpses.
Thanks for the
into-
follow.
You know? Yeah, thanks for the
Episode
follow.
5 in season 1 is a better indicator of the length of each episode. And season 1 all tallied up was like 90 minutes, right? I have the supercut pulled up somewhere.
It is an hour and 20.
And
Somewhere
then
around
30
there.
with credits. Yeah. So I would honestly expect season 2 to be like potentially even twice as long.
I would make a safe bet if we get the money we need to produce season 2. Season 2 will be over 2 hours or at the 2-hour mark.
Easily.
I would make that guess. And it's more intense, you know. We're gonna bring in a little bit more action, a little bit more drama, and you know, season 1. And when we start reviewing and doing commentation on the first season, you'll see season 1 is it's episodic, so it changes every episode. A different story, same universe, still following kind of the same people. It does come full circle, but the main thing is you're getting a new SCP every time. This time, we wanted the audience to be able to latch onto some of the characters a little bit more and really do some in-depth character development. So season 2, we follow a larger story arc of the same people, same SCP, with cameos from other SCPs. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah, you're not going to see some of our favorite SCPs. It's just we're focusing on the big baddie, which is the Scarlet King.
Speaking of other SCPs, I do have to go really quick and find tape. I'm gonna leave this dude to kind of take my place. You guys just watch each other.
Go fix your mess. That being said, are there any more questions before we move on?
I see. Have you ever thought of doing something on SCP-3008? If I'm not incorrect, that is the Endless IKEA store,
Yeah.
which would be super, super fun to do. It's definitely a community favorite. And absolutely, I think the hardest part about that, as opposed to part of the reason that we ended up choosing what we did for season 1 and beyond, is they need to be things that are like, within our wheelhouse, things that make use of what we have available to us. In season 1, we had a warehouse available to us basically whenever we wanted, and so we were able to shoot.
Tanner,
all
I'll
of our
get to your
conditions
question in a second.
Episode 4 was shot almost entirely in there. Like the bedroom was a room in there.
Yeah.
Everything like that. And so 3008 is difficult because you could find just like a warehouse and kind of like dress it up nicely because it is supposed to be like dark and atmospheric in there. But you just need a ton of furniture to make it believable. And that's actually the difficult part. Not the space itself, but all of the furniture. And even if you collected all of your friends' couches and beds and love seats and tables and everything, you would still be so far away from like being able to make a convincing IKEA. If we could find a huge furniture store to let us shoot in there,
or an IKEA. I'm just playing.
There's
IKEA
zero
would do
chance
that.
they let us
So-
do that.
So Tanner,
We'd have to make sure it doesn't look like an IKEA, so we wouldn't get in trouble.
yeah, Tanner, if you want to see season 1, our TikTok has a bunch of highlight clips. I think we actually posted some of the episodes in parts. I think each of the episodes is in multiple parts on TikTok if you just want to watch it there. But if you go to youtube.com/Lot1 or LOT the number 1, or you just type SCP Redacted web series, or you just type Lot1 Productions SCP, it'll come up on YouTube. All of our live action SCP stuff, all of our live action stuff in general, all on YouTube. And then again, we post some stuff on our TikTok. Unfortunately, we haven't unlocked the long form feature quite yet, so everything has to be below 3 minutes. That's why we don't have the full episodes on there quite yet. Yeah, you should check it out. We're actually, Tanner, here in a second, we're actually going to review and live stream season 1, and we're going to live commentate on season 1 and answer any questions people might have. So if you just stick around for a hot second, we're just going to watch the whole thing anyways. But also you should go to YouTube and subscribe to it as well. It is a really good series.
I will say maybe not the best first viewing experience because we're going to be talking over it so much, and we're probably going to be ignoring what's happening in the episode and just like talking about stories. Umber's in the background of Casey's camera.
Umber.
Yeah, so maybe not the best first viewing experience, but maybe it actually is the best viewing experience. I have watched a number of the things that we've done with other people, and I always tell them stories about it while we're watching, and usually they're super excited because they get like to kind of see the movie in a way that normally you don't get to. So
wow, we got another donation on TikTok. Carlos gave us a rose. Oh, what a cutie. Oh, woo! Yeah, woo! Thanks for the donation. Again, if you're new to the stream, we are... Oh, he keeps donating. There's so many. If you're new to the stream, we are trying to raise funds for our season 2. So check out the Seed and Spark link in the descriptions, QR code on YouTube. All the links are everywhere. Go to Seed and Spark. Search SCP. We're the only SCP project on there. Donate. We're trying to raise enough money. We have 27 days left. Yeah, thanks, Carlos, for the donations. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Rockstar Legend, I am glad you found us on YouTube. I actually have a little note on the IKEA one, the SCP 3008. This was a long time ago, but there was a set of famous Hollywood actors who did an entire series in IKEA and did not tell IKEA that they were doing it. They just went during like before it closed, and the IKEA employees just were not around, and they did like a whole like there's storylines, there's everything. I think the difference is because I was thinking, I was like, ooh, what if we did that? But the biggest thing with that was so long ago when digital media was very young that like now they'd probably shut it down and send a lawsuit over in like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah.
which is unfortunate. So
Very sad.
yeah.
But what an iconic series.
Yeah.
What an iconic way to make a show.
But I'm just gonna say, if we continue to make Redacted season 2, season 3, season 4, and then it's big and we have money, we could just, you know, rent an
Buy an
IKEA
IKEA.
and do it in IKEA. Just saying, you know.
I mean, honestly, we would probably have collected enough random furniture for sets over there. To just do it ourselves.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
but
if we had enough money, there's zero doubt that we could definitely build an infinite IKEA.
yeah,
We can make it. We can make a way to make it work.
Oh yeah,
That'd
no,
be so fun.
everything is within the realm of possibility, which is the reason why we even chose Montauk for our subject matter, is because anything can happen in the world of SCP, and that should mean that anything can happen in the world of live action SCP.
sure can.
Actually, while we're talking about this, I have a bunch of new ideas about the ways that we could use, not even just exploring that, but the way that it could lead to like other things.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
really hope that we get to do that.
if you go to our Seed and Spark, I'm gonna pull it up again here for the YouTube folks and all the folks. If I can find it on the other folks. If you go on there, the reason why our goal is so high is season 1, we lost our location for season 1, which was a free filming location. So unfortunately, a lot of the money is going to have to go to folks or to renting a space to film in to be our new foundation.
For weeks, even.
Yeah, we're probably going to, in the current schedule at $100,000, it'll be about 3 weeks long of shooting. So
I mean, that being said, if anybody has an SCP Foundation location that they could just donate, I don't think any of us would say no.
That is actually a great point to bring up. If you are in Southern California and have access to a warehouse, especially one that's not being used for anything, so that maybe a group of, a couple dozen people could go in there and film for a long time, you actually can go over to the Seed and Spark, and Chris might be able to show it on screen.
Yes.
There's a place where you can basically offer something. We have a wish list. That's how we set the number that is being asked for. If you have that warehouse, I think it's like $5,000, $10,000 or something. You could basically donate that amount by getting us access to that warehouse. There's a whole process for approval and whatever, so it's not like you can just do it immediately. We would have to look at the place and figure out if it's going to suit our needs, and also knowing the availability and ownership and noise levels throughout the day and stuff. So there's a lot that goes into that. But if you know somebody with the warehouse, we have leads on a few, but we are always looking for the best option.
Yeah, and the key thing about the Seed and Spark too is if people want to loan the item versus give us the money, it takes off that amount of the loan. So if it's $5,000 to rent a warehouse, we now don't have to raise that $5,000 on the Seed and Spark. So it's kind of cool. Alto, thank you for the donations on TikTok.
Yeah.
You gave us a rose. Appreciate it. Also, I don't understand your question. It's probably just because it's out of context. You want to ask it again on TikTok? That way I can understand. You said the procedure or the house?
Well, he was asking about Montauk, so...
Oh, yeah. So Montauk, which is season 2, we are covering essentially the whole story. Okay, let me rephrase that. We are doing SCP-231 and Operation Montauk, which would be 110 Montauk, correct? Yeah, 110 Montauk.
It's a reinterpretation of a combination of both of the parts of those SCPs that kind of correlate with each other.
Yeah.
You see a lot of different stories. Anybody who's familiar with Montauk, you may have an idea in your head of what to expect when you hear that name. Operation for sure. It kind of goes hand in hand. But as far as what Montauk's doing and which version we're using and who and what we're gonna be trying to explore, that stuff is all hearsay until we see it on the screen.
I
So
think that there are reward tiers on the Seed and Spark that will reveal more information about that.
Yeah, the Seed and Spark explains everything. Also, our pitch video explains everything. Dang it. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out, because we do YouTube live more, I haven't quite figured out how to pump OBS audio into TikTok. So if I play the sizzle reel or the pitch video, it's not going to come out in the audio on TikTok.
It would absolutely ruin your scene, so I'm not going to do it. But if we really wanted to, I think one of us could stream a video that you want to show to them. but then everything's gonna be
Yeah.
all sorts of messed up. So
It's all
I
good.
thought you were gonna suggest that we just dub it live.
Well,
you know what we'll do next time is I'll figure out how to set my OBS as my camera on
yeah,
Discord, and then I can just play the videos through my camera.
I just need to figure out. Unfortunately, I had some login issues before we were on here, so I'll definitely figure it out. But I have figured out we're just gonna pipe the YouTube audio in for reviewing season 1. So I guess I could watch it just on YouTube. We could just watch it on YouTube. The pitch video.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
If you got it.
Yeah. I mean, that would be hilarious. The thing is we do open casting calls for all of our films.
Mhm.
We have an email list for it, but we also post it on our social medias. So if you follow us on Instagram, we post it on TikTok also. Make sure you follow the TikTok. We post open casting calls. So if you're interested in being a member of season 2 or any of our SCP projects, because we are also working on other SCP projects, we always do an open casting call. So make sure, you check it out. Follow those things and check it out. The only thing with season 2, I'm going to state the obvious. If we don't raise the funds for it, we're not going to put a casting call out for it because we don't have the funds to make it. So that's an unfortunate. But that doesn't mean season 2 won't happen in the future. It just won't happen right now. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's actually get into the meat of the stuff that we were going to get into today. We are going to review season 1, live commentary. If you have questions about some of the stuff we are doing or we did in season 1, let us know. Oh, Carlos donated again. Hit it. Let's do it.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Let them cook. Let them cook, y'all. Let them cook. And heart puffies. Carlos. Ooh. Yeah, I know he has an echo on TikTok. I don't know how to fix that.
So,
Wait, I still have an echo on TikTok. I switched mics.
well, so it sounds like maybe you have 2 audio sources going in on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I see it. Fixed.
It
Done.
was Chris's fault the whole
Mhm.
time.
It wasn't even my fault.
There's a first time for everything.
There's a
Also,
first
guys,
time for
I
everything.
I used duct tape to fix the inside of the mask, and I am breathing in a lot of what is on the bottom side of duct tape. So
Just a
You
little
know-
bit of adhesive never hurt nobody.
Just because you can't act doesn't mean you can't be a background actor. Just saying.
Yeah.
We're always in need of background actors, and when we get into the episode 5 and 2 probably have the most background actors in all the episodes, especially episode 5. The foundation doesn't feel like an actual foundation or alive without the background actors. So they're just as important as the main actors. Yeah.
Honestly, they're more important.
Mm.
We
I mean,
could
to be a
draw little
background
stick
actor-
figures and put them over the background.
That's true,
I think
that's
that
true.
would be convincing.
all you can do is the stuff that you do every day, which is probably walk, eat, talk. If you're a janitor, maybe sweep up a little bit. Then that's all you need to do. You're already doing it. You already are a background actor. You just haven't realized it. yet.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
I
that's
mean.
insulting. What?
Oh,
You're not the main character.
You broke
Yeah,
their
oh no.
their dreams
You're a
of being an
background
actor, Harley. How dare you?
I'll be right back.
We all start somewhere,
That's true.
You
That's very
you gotta
true.
work your way up.
Yes.
You gotta wait for your spin-off so you can have the main character.
Yeah. Maybe you're not like a background character. You're like a cameo actor.
Yeah.
You just show up in people's lives, and everyone's
me.
like, "Hey, this guy."
Exactly. Walk, eat, talk, pass gas, freeze, stare directly at the camera.
Perfect. That's exactly what a background.
That
actor
is
should be doing.
exactly what happens. Okay, cool. Let's review. We actually we've never shown this before. I'm going to over-explain things for those who may not know. So something called a pre-visual or a pre-viz is a lot of times filmmakers will go and they'll pre-record or it's either photos or video. If you don't do storyboards, sketches to kind of see how a scene's gonna go, you'll just take a camera, get some friends, and you'll pre-visualize what something will look like. So that way, when you go and actually shoot the thing, you have an idea of what you want and what you need and what works and what doesn't work. So that being said, we actually have a pre-visual that's very silly of the intro sequence of Redacted Season 1. So we're going to show that today, and we have it side by side with the actual intro sequence. So you can see kind of where the thought process came from, and generally speaking, how close to the final product is. And obviously there's going to be a lot of changes, but I feel like without the pre-visual, there's no way that the actual thing would have ended up the way that it did. So yeah, we're going to show that now. For y'all TikTok people, unfortunately you won't have audio on the pre-visual, but after that you will have all the audio. But it's just music. It's nothing crazy. We'll be talking over it anyways. So yeah. Let's jump into this pre-visualization. Again, you're going to see, I think it's on the left side for YouTube. On the left side is the actual. I'll just say it when I play it. All right, here we go. We are going to look at the pre-viz. Okay, so on the left side is our pre-visualization. This is what we did with some friends on a random day, silly. On the right side is where you'll see what we actually filmed and what actually made it into season 1. This is our intro sequence. So yeah, Harley and Christian, why don't you talk a little bit about our mysterious redactor and why you chose to show someone redacting files over doing something different?
Well, Chris, I don't know if you've heard the show is called.
Really?
And so part of the but the idea is that this guy is redacting, and then when we watch the episodes, we are going through and essentially seeing those personal details that he redacted. So all that stuff that nobody is ever going to read again, except for maybe some lucky or all 5 council members or people with the right access. All of that stuff that gets let out is what Redacted the series focuses on. And so we're just kind of seeing the before.
Yeah. And I think the cool, I guess the funny or cool thing is like you can see just how like simple and not crazy level of production value the previs is, and then what it turned into. And how silly, like literally they're using
clip art waving around.
literally just using a toaster as the projector because we didn't have an old like what was it, a 90s projector, or I forget what we're called, so
Old photos, photo slide projector.
yeah.
Carousel, photo carousel.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think there's something to be said here too. It's a lot of fun to really see. So this was early conception for us. Before we even filmed, we talked about what the intro could be, and we sat down for a while. We talked about it, and we thought about it, and we said, what we really want to see are some of our, if it's some of our favorite SCPs, if it's allusions to things, if it's whatever it is, we wanted to make sure that it was a fun, full experience, at least for an intro. Which is also why Gormlick on YouTube, you said you like the soundtrack. So do we. We spent a long time working with the artist. It was Gabe, right? Gabriel.
Yep. Serrano. No.
So, yeah. And we took a long time kind of figuring it out. Even what we saw in the previs, right, is kind of jumbled around in the way that we filmed it. There were a lot of other things that we filmed that did not make the cut to go into the actual intro. And there were things that we wanted to do but had no way of actually being able to do it unless somebody around us in a close vicinity had like a couple tarantulas that we could borrow,
I really wanted that to get in there.
Oh yeah, no.
I had that for lunch.
But so it's a little it's a fun trip down memory lane, I guess, to see them side by side. And that, should be a lesson to everybody. If you want to make something, just go ahead and make the kind of bad, silly version of it with your friends, and then think about what you want to do later. It's the filming process, and I guess for us too, it was the intro process.
Yeah, literally do anything, and that is a step towards doing the things that you see in your head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The soundtrack for us was a big deal because they typically say you make a film or a show 3 times. You make it when you write it, you make it when you produce it, and you make it when you edit it. I say you make it 4 times. You make it when you write it, produce it, edit it, and when you add the soundtrack. It changes everything so drastically, and I really feel that in a lot of our episodes. Episode 3 is a great example. Episode 5 is a great example of the music just like pulling that emotion out of people, and making you feel certain ways. I have another point on that as well. In
editing early versions of not only the previs, but just like early versions of the intro itself before we had like the song to go along with it, the actual song that we ended up using. We used several different versions of different like pre-existing songs. We used like Night Call by Kavinsky. That was
yeah.
the one that we ended up settling
Yeah.
on because it hit the vibe, it hit the pace. But before that, we used a lot of different versions. I think that there was a joke version where
Oh, yeah.
Harley used the Goosebumps soundtrack.
Yes, there was.
And like it
yeah.
worked a little too well, but we also hated it because it's like not what we're going for. But
No,
like, oh
definitely
man,
not
is that
fun.
fun?
But that was like the running example for so long.
It was.
that It started
Yeah.
to burn
If we were
itself into our
playing the sound
brains.
for the previs, even when we stuck the phone in front of the TV, you could
Mhm.
hear us in the background going bump 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 bump. Goosebumps. Yeah, super fun time. Super fun time. It took us
Could have
so
been a
far.
very, very different show.
Yes.
The the music itself, you may not believe this, Gormley, but actually the artist Gabe, it was his first time doing music for a show / a movie.
Yeah.
It was his first time composing. Now he's an artist, he's a musician, he plays in a band, he does composing, but he's never done it for a film. So it's a very big learning curve.
Whole different beast.
Oh my god, yeah. It was a learning curve for him as well as us dealing with someone who's never done it before, because it's hard to give notes to someone who isn't used to the film workflow and expectations or whatever, or like, you know, oh, this means this, or if we do this, like, you know, you should do this. And we don't need to go deep into the details, but I was really proud of him for his first time because it honestly genuinely came out so good. And some of my favorite music, because we filmed season 1 over the span of a whole year. We did episode 1, waited 2 months, waited a month, did episode 2. No, it's 2 months, right? Episode 1, 2 months, episode 2, 2 months, episode 3, 2 months, episode 4. Episode 5 was 3 weeks after episode 4. We rushed the crap out of episode 5. And so you can see his progression in the music get better and better and better as the season goes on. But even then, still, like, episode 2 has some of my favorite music in it. Yeah, he just did a really good job. So,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Part of the
So-
reason we went with him is because he just had such a big passion for like the idea and
absolutely.
making it, and so it was just super, super fun and easy
Yeah.
to work with him the entire time.
We got another dono on TikTok.
Let's go.
And woo! We're dancing for you. We're not your monkey, Alto Chef, even though is that a monkey on your profile picture? Thank you for the dono. Really, again, if you're new here, go check out the Seed and Spark. The QR code's there. There's links in all the descriptions. We are trying to raise funds for season 2 of Redacted, which is a live action SCP web series. Season 2, we are doing Operation Montauk or 110 Montauk or SCP-231, however you want to describe it. But we cannot do it without the help and donations of all of you folks, unfortunately. We wish we could, but it is a very ambitious season, and we want to make sure that we can accomplish it well, and we can't do that, unfortunately, without some money. So,
I mean, you know, that being said, to go back to the soundtrack really quick, if you guys go on to any streaming platform that you guys do use, Gabriel Soriano, you can find him on Spotify. I follow him as well, too.
yeah, he's on Spotify.
Yeah, he is on Spotify. So go ahead and run him over, guys.
We
You know,
do have plans to release the soundtrack as individual tracks on our YouTube channel. So that'll come in the near future as well. Because I love to listen to it randomly too. So I would love to just have it on Spotify to listen to, which we're going to do. So that's going to happen. Let's get into the meat of this. We already showed
Let's do it.
we already showed the previs for the intro sequence. Now we are going to live commentate on season 1. So if you have any questions, drop them in all the chats. We will answer them. No question is dumb. 0 questions are dumb. We will answer anything you ask.
And even if it is dumb, we'll still answer it.
Yes. And as well, I want you all to know that, you know, if you want to donate to the Seed and Spark, links and all the things, we'll do some silly stuff. Maybe the mask will do something silly. Maybe the MTF guy will do something silly. We did some pretty crazy things last stream. So, yeah, I'll just leave it right at that. Okay, let's get into it. Let me pull it up for everyone.
Ooh.
We have the YouTube link. Here we go.
You're watching my screen in the background. I'm so sorry.
Yes. So here we are, live commentary. Everyone on YouTube, you can see. You won't be able to see our faces, unfortunately. The screen's not big enough. But TikTok, you can still see us. So if you have questions, we are here. We are speaking. Yes, it should be fun. So here we go. Y'all have your live stream or your
I have the
supercut
supercut pulled
ready to
up
go?
and ready to press.
All right.
Wait.
Here we go. Here we go.
Harley has to do it on his TV.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait for Harley.
I'm not.
I'm ready.
Classic Harley.
Throw me in, coach. I'm ready.
Are you at 0000?
Yeah, as far as I can
Alright.
be.
Honestly, I think that this is the way we should watch it. We should just watch Harley's TV in the background.
Yeah,
Support.
just in the background.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. On 3.
Hey, are we going go
One.
or are we going on?
On 3. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Go. Okay. Great song. Great
Yeah.
song. Also, the guy who was the actor for the intro sequence, super nice dude, super fun to work with. I really
Oh,
hope
yeah.
that we get him back on something again. Cause
Yeah.
we could definitely have him in season 2. He works there.
He does work there.
He works at Site 202.
He does.
Oh, Casey. He's
Yeah.
not.
One of
Cameo.
the other things to say. One of the other things to say here is, actually, for everybody watching at home, if you just saw Casey get dragged away by a monster, I was the monster.
Yes. I
We also
literally
just saw him turned into a zombie.
Yeah, we also
literally
got me.
witnessed Harley pick Casey up and throw him in the air to drag him. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious.
I bruised
Also-
Made it
both my
work.
elbows.
If
for
you
that
zoom
shot.
in on the pictures that he's holding, they're photos that I took for a class in college, and I'm pretty sure a cardboard cutout of the Pope is one of them. So if you feel like really going in, the Infinite Hallway thing was super fun to shoot.
Oh yeah, fun to shoot. And then
I would love to do an entire episode or something about that
On the
because it's
Infinite
super
Hallway.
interesting.
Yeah.
And then we saw a little bit of a pre-viz, pre-idea of what Montauk was going to be.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
last one was a hint at our season 2, and nobody knew.
Crazy. how that
Crazy.
works.
Oh,
I wonder if we might use other ideas from the intro sequence.
oh no. But yeah, no,
Oh.
really cool. Samantha, Sam. She was our pregnant woman in our intro sequence.
She also plays Malo in some of episode 1.
Yeah.
And at some point, we're going to have to talk about the mirror in the background. We don't really ever see it because we cut it out as much as possible, but
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
story there.
I want to check with TikTok. Can you hear the episode? I just want to make sure. Still figuring out the audio situation on TikTok Live.
Oh, ow, ow.
So this scene was really interesting. So Christian was the director and the writer of this episode.
Yep.
And I was the DP, so I did all the camera work. And then Harley was the... Casey, you were the AD, right?
For episode 1,
Yes.
I actually was not a part of episode 1.
weren't
You were a
there.
producer on it. You were there, yeah.
I was a producer on it. I was not a physical
I
role.
think I
on
was
set.
showrunner and then filler.
Yeah.
And you just
yeah.
swing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Showrunners
I
are
was
important on set.
swinging everywhere. I
Um,
did producerial stuff, but definitely doing production on that one.
the Clef Alto, I just want to double check. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alto Clef. Are you the writer and creator of Montauk?
Dum dum dum.
Like the file?
Yes, like the file.
Ooh,
Oh.
if yes, like the file.
He also said that top right is talking but can't
you
be
should
heard. Are
be
you
Emma.
muted, Chris?
That's you, Casey. Oh, me? Oh, am I muted? I might be.
Oh, you.
TikTok
You
side.
muted
Are you
yourself.
muted on TikTok?
Test 1, 2. I'm not. I don't know
Wow,
why
that
it's-
was intense.
Elle's House by the Sea. There's nothing wrong with simping. I think for any SCP, you know, Malo. It's the internet. It's you know, it's just like nobody's angry. You know, we're all, I guess we're all there, really. You know.
We've talked about putting out a calendar. It's probably not going to happen, but just like
It would be
imagine.
me in the suit. I just want to put that out there.
So, fun fact on this episode: this house has been in a lot of our projects,
Yes, it has.
both SCP and non-SCP. This was my old house in college.
Yeah.
And it makes an appearance in several episodes. We tried our best to find another house for episode 3, but we couldn't. And so we did our
Well,
best to
that would work as well.
not reuse the same angles that we used in episode 1 to try and make it feel like it was a completely different house. So
Yeah, but this kitchen is where a lot of the action of episode 3 takes place. So, like, you know, memorize the details.
Yeah.
These are just places around UCR, the college
Yep.
that we went to,
Yep.
except for this last bit, which is a restaurant next to the old location of the card shop that we used to go to. That were gracious enough to, you know, let us pull a bunch of people in there during
Starburger.
business hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
Starburgers.
Our burgers, thank you.
Burger.
Great
out.
deals, great location. I hope they're doing okay without the constant influx of people to the card shop.
Hey, they were a
Yeah.
burger.
They had the salon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they were really nice to let us use the restaurant during hours.
Mhm.
And all the people in the background are actually
That's Harley
crew
right there.
members. Yeah, that's actually
Hey.
Harley in the blue shirt in the background. There's LA. Yeah. They're all crew members.
Oh, also round 1 was just like, yeah, you guys can shoot here.
Oh yeah, huge shout out to round 1. Thanks again.
Yeah.
We hit them up and we were like, hey, can we? And they were like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I think they said like only a certain number of people or something.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Oh, and there I am in the background, wearing my Lot 1 shirt.
Again, my house, the front.
It
Mhm,
is the
mhm.
house.
How creepy would that be, though?
Extreme.
Wait, that's never happened to you guys before.
I mean, it has, but usually it's just like, you know, you're in your car and then you look up and you see the person who took the picture and it's a friend. This is like, oh, you're being followed. It's not. Before they thought it was like security cameras or street cameras or something. Now it's in the house too. You know.
Chris, the volume of the video is super
I know,
low.
I fixed it.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm trying to balance our voices and the video at the same time.
Yeah.
This is actually the studio where our offices are at, on the opposite side of where the Dr. Brains, the first scenes office was. Again, we reused a lot of these locations and tried our best to use different angles and different, obviously dressing and stuff like that to make it feel different. Paint is a great friend. Also, if you notice, the car changes. It is not the same car. We had issues with this first car. It broke down. And then that was like 5 months later in my car driving away. That wasn't even
Was it-
them.
Was it Justin's car?
It was Justin's car.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it did. The battery went out. Oh yeah, we had
He
to
was
call.
like, he felt so bad about it too, which was kind of funny.
Now
He
that
was
being
like,
said,
I'm
guys,
sorry guys, but I gotta fix this. It's a whole thing. It's like, man, you're here for free, please. If there's anything we can do.
what we meant to say was, filming was very easy. It took no effort, and we did it perfectly the first time, every time, and there was zero issues at all. And that's just the truth of the matter, you know. That's how film goes. You do it perfectly. the first time,
Definitely,
every
definitely
time.
those phone screen replacements weren't a nightmare in post
Yeah.
either.
Oh no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no! It was easy. It was easy.
I remember for whatever reason, this scene specifically was one of the hardest scenes to film for me personally. Like as the DP, like the lighting was terrible. We just couldn't figure it out. Like this is my master bedroom at my old house in Riverside, and it's very long. It's very long and not very wide, so there wasn't a lot of space, and we obviously didn't want to face the camera or the mirror because we didn't want to see the camera, so we faced the other way. So half the time I was on top of the counter, like literally like hunched over trying to grab these shots.
Yeah,
as best
like
I
a
could.
spider in the corner.
Yeah.
Except human-sized. Those eyes were also a nightmare in post.
Oh my god,
Kind
is
of
that
less so.
Casey? The cat on my shirt is behind you in your room.
So we actually
God.
filmed episode 1 over 4 days. It was 2 days one weekend. We took a week off and then 2 days the other weekend, back-to-back days. So it was 2 days off, 2 days. This is the only episode that was given 4 days of shooting.
Yeah.
Because we realized that because so many people were working for free or giving their time to us to do, because they were just as passionate about the project as we were, that it wasn't fair to them to do 4 days. Like it's a lot to ask someone to spend 4 days with us on 2 weekends in a row versus
Especially
just
us.
doing like 3 days in a row, just knock it out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, it's a very different story that way. So it was a balancing game of, we only had $10,000 for season 1 for all 5 episodes, and we had to spend that money on costumes, props, food. We wanted to make sure people were make sure people were fed really well, and then like not being able to pay people, so people were working for free, which we do not want to do for season 2. The goal for season 2 is everyone gets paid. It won't be a massive amount, but everyone deserves to get paid for their time, especially because we're not shooting 3 days for each episode. We're doing like 3 weeks in a row, so that's a lot of time to give up to a project. So
And it kind of has to be in a row as well, just because it's like one long story. So it would suck to get like 3 months into filming every other weekend and then suddenly like a major player backs out because like they're having a baby or they get sick or, you know, they have to leave to go somewhere, you know?
You know, I just want to point it out though, in a lot of these scenes inside the house, right, the model you are seeing is yours truly.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It
Yeah.
was Harley 90%
A lot
of
of
the
the
time.
house was me. Yeah, a lot of the outside stuff was Sam.
It was the photos and stuff. Those were Sam. In the house was Harley. And it is a nightmare of a costume to wear.
Oh no, when it was fresh out, man, oh god, the chemicals inside. It was a good time. I really felt like Malo. I felt like an otherworldly digital being.
Just because of the fumes.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, in this scene,
So you blame the mallow.
in this office, the couches were Wish couches. I ordered them
I
from Wish.
forgot about that.
Yeah, because we had small budgets and we needed 2 like decent
Buy and
couches.
return a lot of stuff.
Yep, we didn't even return them. They were literally $100 for 2 couches, and I was like, "Yep,
Damn.
we're keeping these for the office." And that's what we did. So that was just, you know, fingers crossed it shows up sort of situation. And then the shirt that man is wearing was my shirt. Also, I would like to point that out. He is wearing
These are
my
the
clothes.
hidden fun
Yeah.
facts of the Redacted series. It was Chris's shirt all
Uh,
along.
Pay attention to the room though, because we reused this room in 2 other episodes.
Yeah, and pay attention to that mirror behind Dr. Brains in
Or
his single.
don't.
There are
maybe
literally people outside of frame, barely outside of frame, holding it up. Like 5 or 6 people holding it up, like shaking,
That's enough.
because we couldn't get it to stick to the wall because it was so heavy.
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be a moment there at the beginning and the end. We ended up cutting the one at the beginning because it just didn't work. And then the one at the end, again, there's just people holding it.
Yeah.
A lot of people-
Unfortunately,
The walls are just so thin.
yeah, unfortunately, the space we were shooting in, the walls were almost impossible to attach something really heavy to without doing some real damage to the walls. So we had to try and hold it up. So if you look really close, you can see the mirror shaking because people are trying to hold it in a really weird position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was probably the most annoying, worst part of this shoot was like that was like the money shot and we couldn't figure it out. Like we
It
just
was
like
very, very heavy.
it was very heavy.
Which is too heavy. There was another mirror that was smaller and less heavy, but didn't look as cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and these are the decisions that we run into.
So
Are we pausing? Are we pausing, or are we continue going?
that was
I have stories that we could talk about real quick.
okay. I'm gonna pause it.
Pause. I'm paused at 13:05. We'll figure that out later. Chris, it seems like your mic audio on TikTok is a little bit low for some reason.
I've
so I'd say-
already addressed it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So the thing that I want to talk about, episode 1, is that is pretty much like a beat for beat adaptation of the tale that is linked at the bottom of the like article for that SCP for Malo. And that was actually something that we ended up. We learned a lot of lessons there. You absolutely can do like straight up one for one adaptations of things like that, but we discovered over the course of making the season that we actually prefer to do like adaptations where you just kind of take inspiration and you stay true to the original, but you kind of keep as much like as possible is like original material, but you don't feel like you're beholden to it. I feel like that episode could have been better if we kind of did our own thing in some places, because it would have allowed us to like utilize more specific like locations that we had available. And I don't think it's bad. I think that like it accomplished what it wanted to.
Yeah.
But definitely in the future, like by the time we get to episode 5, like the character is a different gender. They have like a slightly different relationship with Mark. Obviously, like names have changed. We'll get there when we talk about episode 5, but episode 5 is supposed to take place like kind of inside of a CRT computer monitor, but we're in a visual medium, so we decided that it takes place like inside of the earliest version of a digital camcorder, which is why it was like suddenly possible for this thing to be recorded, and also like, you know, that kind of thing. And season 2 kind of follows that same kind of trend. Is like SCP-231 is very, very light on details. It's a very short article. There's lots of speculation. There's lots of great videos about Montauk and the Scarlet King and like extended universe type of stuff. And the fun thing about SCP is it's a lot like, you know, 40K or something. Everything is canon and nothing is. So we have kind of started just being like, yeah, let's do the most interesting thing that we can do without feeling like we have to, you know, worry about the details.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Clef, Alto. I prefer the adaptations over like a one-to-one creation or recreation. Malo's hard though because it is, how do I say this? It's beloved by the community for various reasons. But like the story, there's only so far you could go. Like if you're introducing an audience to this character, you kind of want to tell the origin story of it, because it would make more sense than being thrown into a world where this creature's like stalking someone. Not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying like that's why we made those choices.
Oh, another thing that if we had had more time to like figure it out, we would have done like things a little bit differently with episode 1, is instead of having it be a person in a costume, because that came with a lot of its own complications, and I feel like it doesn't come off quite as scary when you can't like, you know, put someone like with like wolf legs or like, you know, actually like really scary claws that like are super sharp and intimidating. I would have loved to have it be like a puppet kind of thing with like long, lanky limbs and appendages, and just be a lot more inhuman. So that way, it's kind of more obvious why it's like terrifying to see. Because obviously, it's terrifying, but you know, people react to it differently.
Yeah. Gormlick, we named the channel Lot1 Productions because we are Lot1 Productions. Our company name, we're an actual LLC. We do more than just SCP content and YouTube. We do films and TV and music videos outside of our SCP content. There is an origin story for Lot1 Productions.
I think that's the question.
All right. Well, okay, fine. We'll give the origin story. So in college, we all went to college together. We were all transfer students, and we were in a club. Our film school didn't have a lot of space for people to participate in the big like department productions. Unfortunately, it was a very small film school, underfunded. And so we decided to do this club, and we continued to make films. And then I think it was on Awkward Silence, which was one I was directing, Casey wrote, Harley DP'd, Christian was a producer on it. I was like, dude, what are we doing after college? We going into the industry trying to make a name for ourselves, or do we want to do our own stuff? You know, like, I don't want to wait 10 years to do my own stuff. I want to make my own stuff now. And then I was like, hey, guys, want to do this? And then our old chair of our department was like, hey, I'm opening up a film studio in Riverside. You guys should join. And then we were all like, yeah, let's do this. And we were like we spent like 2 weeks trying to figure out a name. And there was next to the arts building at UCR, there is Lot 1, which is a parking lot. And we were standing there and I was like, lot 1, you know, film lots, we're number 1, lot 1. I like this. And it just kind of stuck. We got a cool logo out of it. So that's why.
There are a lot of names that run around
A
for a
lot.
little while, you know. A lot of considerations. I mean, there's a lot of lots out there. Lot 1, lot 2,
Yep.
4, 16.
Yep.
15
Oh.
is one of my favorite.
We got some donations on TikTok again.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. Casey, someone called out Umbra in the background.
I know. I
Yeah.
moved my camera so you can see her more.
Woo. Yeah. Thanks for the dono on the TikToks. Carlos, we appreciate it. Again, if you're new to the stream, please check out Seed and Spark. The links are in the description. There's a QR code on YouTube. On the profiles, there's links. We are crowdfunding for season 2 of Redacted. Today, we are giving live commentary on season 1 of Redacted. But please share it. If you can't donate, that helps out just as much. But please go check out the Seed and Spark. If you donate at the Seed and Spark, we get that money. If we only raise 10 grand, we don't keep that 10 grand. We have to reach our goal to keep the money. If we don't get the goal, the money never hits our bank account. So please check out the Seed and Spark. We appreciate you all. And yeah, let's continue into episode 2.
Now that being said, you know, the Clef Alto, definitely agree. You do not need the Scarlet King for the SCP to be scary. It's actually
I didn't even see that. Yeah.
The less scary thing about the entire story. You know, for those of you who don't know what 231 is, right? SCP-231 is a bunch of pregnant women. Very, very scary situation already. You know, but then we find out that they're all pregnant with different spawns of the Scarlet King. He's an otherworldly entity, the foil to what is the Foundation and all of their aspirations. You know, and so the SCP Foundation has to kind of figure out what to do when 5 women, is it 5? No, it's
7 total.
Sorry, 7. When 7 pregnant women, each pregnant with the spawn of a Scarlet King, basically a ticking time bomb. The last one being the
resurrection.
The resurrection, the end of all humanity. You know, all of that is very terrifying, but it's more so about the decisions that have to be made in between all that. That's entirely too scary.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, we're excited to do it, and we're gonna try and do a good adaptation of it, of our own.
Umbra is a fine name for a cat.
Yeah. All right, back to episode 2, the old AI.
Should we, in order to sync up a little bit, should we click on the time code in the
I was
description?
gonna say the chapter. Just go by the chapter.
Yeah, let's do.
Yeah, that's
1247 should take us there.
Let's do it. All right, on 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Got it.
Hiya. Okay.
So, episode 2, the old AI. I would love to revisit the old AI, personally. I think that we could do a lot with the old AI. This is an origin story of the old AI. I would rather just do like a fun breakout sequence, you know, more in depth of like what it means, especially with today and AI being such a big thing.
Some outbreak type stuff. Or...
Yeah. The best way to donate is to go to the link in our TikTok profile. Or just go to seedandspark.com and type in SCP. On the Seed and Spark website, there is a donation there for you to be able to donate. It is better for you to do it on Seed and Spark, because if we don't get the Seed and Spark funds, that's it. We're not going to be able to do it. Like, it doesn't matter if we get donations on other things.
For this incarnation of season 2.
For this incarnation of season 2,
no
yes.
matter what.
Yes, 100%. So hit the links in all the descriptions. YouTube Shorts, it's down in the YouTube Shorts.
Something else I'd like to say about episode 2 as opposed to episode 1. You know, we said earlier that we stuck a little bit more to the original content of the written file for SCP, but I don't think with just with the old AI, right? I feel like we are not graced with a concrete example and story of their origin. You know, so there's a lot of inferring that we had to do on our part when reading over how it was found, where it was found, why it was there. You know, and we tried as often as possible to get in contact with the actual authors of these SCPs. You know, and any of them that were able to respond to us, we definitely tried to collaborate back and forth and really figure out those finer details. You know, and so here, especially with this side of thing, we know that the old AI breaks out anytime, anywhere, it's in a story. You know, I mean, there's an entire game based around it. This episode, I don't think we talked about it yet, right? It was written by Abel Contreras, adapted by Clark Barkley, and directed by Clark Barkley. Super fun story, at least. You know, this is one that I think everybody, when they think of the SCP community or SCPs period, that you can kind of see this one in your head pretty easily. I think it's one of the ones that's received the most love. I think at least like content wise.
This is one of my favorites.
This is one of my favorites also.
Oh God, yeah, you guys may recognize the glasses that Casey's wearing right now as the glasses.
I didn't even notice you were wearing them, Casey.
I think one of the top comments on this episode is, what are the glasses that guy is wearing?
Yeah, bro,
Okay, I want to speak about this room that we decided to use as the AI's containment room. The studio that we were shooting at, it used to be an old animal shelter. So that was the old washroom for the animal shelter. And so there's that middle section that we put all the cabling down to be like a cool like way to show like, oh yeah, it's you know, secured line, the power going to it and like stuff like that. And there was like a concrete like divider that went around it that like for the dogs. Yeah, you can see it with the caution tape on. And I was like, dude, this is perfect for a containment space, because you could make the argument that it's like, okay, only, you know, certain security level are allowed to cross that line and interact with the AI. If you don't, like, you can't.
One set of cables coming in.
Absolutely.
Which we'll see eventually doesn't end up being enough to keep it out, but, you know, they tried to be careful about it, even if it doesn't work.
Yeah. So, like, again, I really want to revisit this this AI. So we actually, it took so long to find a monitor, an old CRT monitor. Surprisingly, they're very hard and expensive to rent and hard to find these days. I remember I had so many in my house, and then now I just don't have them. So I think we ended up like the cabling just to get a video on that CRT was like 4 different adapters, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, tell the story about the light.
That's not this production though. That was
it not?
No, that was a music video we did, yeah. But
my mistake.
The computer they're on is an actual Exidy Sorcerer computer. It is the legit computer that the file is based off. That was hard to find. I had to get it on eBay. I found some person who had it. We purchased it. It was like the entire budget.
$600.
Yeah, it was like $600. And when we were done to help fund the next one, I sold it for more money than I bought it for, and that helped fund episode 3. So, yeah, here it is. That's capitalism, people. But yeah, I was really happy we were able to find the actual computer.
I think that's one of the best parts, because it could easily just be an old computer.
Yeah. It could have been anything, but the Exidy Sorcerer specifically felt like a really important detail to stay true to.
Yeah.
And we could have gotten anything and said it was an Exidy Sorcerer. Most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but it was really cool that we could get the original one. There's so much to talk about during the breakout sequence, so I will talk about what I was going to say afterwards. It was about the screens. The old man People love to point out that there's no way he could be kept behind a wooden door. We know. We know.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not a wooden door. It's not a wooden door.
It's not a wooden door.
It's not a wooden
That's
door.
actually what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to assume that the Foundation has put in the necessary precautions.
Yeah.
It's a steel door. There's another room outside of it, and it's just like a box within a box, essentially. You know, there's so many layers that you're not seeing for that one shot.
Containment for the old man. None of those things would really work. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. We can assume. This is why we need $100 grand, you guys.
Yeah.
Because if we had it, we could make metal doors for the old man.
Yeah, again, a lot of this just comes down to budgetary constraints, unfortunately. And I know, like, in the film industry, people hear that all the time. It's like you need a lot of money to make things, but it's true. Like, we were lucky that we had this space to shoot in for free. And a lot of these props were props that already existed in the space, and we just supplemented. Like, literally, the glass containment on top of the Exidy right now is an old turtle tank that me and my partner had for our turtle that we got rid of. It's literally just flipped upside down.
It's supposed to be a Faraday cage or something.
Yeah.
So just go along
I
with
don't think
it.
you had to tell anybody that it was a fish tank. I think
No one said it in the comments. I'm just saying, no one's talked about the glass tank.
we do have a lot of SCPs that are making appearances right now. We also have the Plague Doctor. That one's really fun. What is it? Abel comes around pretty soon.
Harley, I think you're a little bit behind, my guy.
You know, these aren't just random zombies either. The zombies themselves are also an SCP. You know,
Harley, are you watching
Harley,
on the stream?
you are very behind.
We're so
you know
far
what?
past
You know
that.
what? I was watching the stream for a second. I forgot that I'm supposed to be watching behind me.
Yeah. This was one of my
my bad,
favorite
guys.
scenes
bad.
to edit. So we can't afford an audio designer, so I end up doing a lot of the audio. And even on set, we do not have a lot of people who will be like an audio mixer. So we're dealing with like people who are like our friends who are just helping with the audio, holding a boom pole. So that's why a lot of the audio issues aren't like, they're legit. Like, we just don't have someone who knows what they're doing at like a high level. So we just have to deal with what we're given. So a lot of the audio design, it's really hard. It'll be like, oh, we just don't have this line of dialogue. Find a way to make it work. But I like doing that scene specifically because of the AI just being mean to the women, the researchers. Also, the women, what was I gonna say? I got distracted. The voice of the AI was really fun to do too. I used the example of, if you have ever seen Transformers, The Last Night, the god, whatever her name is, I forget her name. I used her voice as an example because that's what the director gave me as what to do with the AI's voice. So I spent a lot of time like modulating and layering and changing her voice up to do it.
But
So.
for the most part, it is just base woman's voice. You know, there was a lot of like.
She did really good.
She did, yeah, dude.
She was able to do the actual
She
AI voice.
got the voice because she sounded like an Alexa. It like literally sounded like an Alexa.
Yeah.
Also, the music in this one, Gabe. I'll speak for Gabe a little bit. Gabe, that like background, like or like the like sound or whatever. He was saying it's the AI like whimpering or screaming. So. Just a small example of some of the music in the background. Also, these are reoccurring characters in Season 2. So if you want Season 2 to be made, check out the Seed and Spark link and all the descriptions and all the links and then the QR codes and everything. And please donate if you would like to see Season 2. And if you can't donate, at least share it with everyone. Share it with your mom, with your friends.
With your dog.
With your dog. This final shot is one of my favorite shots of the whole series.
I feel like this is one of the first times that we really, really allude to, like, I mean, obviously we do it in episode 1 as well, but it alludes to so much of the extended universe of the Foundation.
I mean, look at all the SCPs on the side and the files and stuff.
And there's so many more that we put in there that you just don't see because they weren't in frame.
Guys, I got a Kohl's commercial. Oh God.
Oh no.
All right,
well,
well,
we're pausing. We're pausing
pausing.
for episode
Well, I
3.
got an
anyway.
EVE Online commercial.
Wow. You guys should. Well, I guess Harley is watching it on like a console or something. Casey, why don't you have an ad block?
Again, guys, if you have any questions about this live commentary on season 1, please we will stop. We will answer if you have any questions. No answer is dumb. We will answer all of them.
No question is dumb.
Yes,
We still have the possibility of giving out bad answers.
Yes, that is
very true. You
true.
guys do not have the possibility of asking any dumb questions.
Also, if you donate to the Seed and Spark, you can donate any amount. There's lots of rewards on there: $10, $25 rewards, $50 rewards. Dr. Sherman
$10,000 rewards if you're really into it.
Dr. Sherman Site 42 is a $500 reward. So I would recommend checking it out. Also, you don't have to donate that amount. $1 would be great. $2 would be great. Any amount.
Anything and everything.
Anything.
And if you can't donate, do not worry about that. I have definitely had times in my life where I was not able to donate
Absolutely.
things. Share them around.
Absolutely.
Be excited for it. Follow. Do whatever. It is so fun. And yeah, like Gormlick says in the YouTube chat, is, show your friends. Even if season 1 came out like 2 years ago now, it is always good to continue to share around. One of the biggest successes for season 1 in general, on our channel across all the episodes, it has like over 100,000 views, which is really, really good. But there are South Korean creators who will take like short films and that kind of thing and put them on their YouTube channel. So there's like 1.6 million or something people in South Korea who have seen it because like those guys decided to share it on their channel and like, help to translate it to an audience that wouldn't normally understand or wouldn't normally be able to find it because it's not their native language or something.
Absolutely.
So, if it's showing your friend on your phone, if it's sending them a link, if it is like replacing like the images in their like electronic photo frames with pictures from season 1, whatever it is, we're in support of that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially replacing the pictures in their photo frames.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, we got another donation.
Woo!
Finger heart on TikTok. Woo! Yeah. Also, we will do silly things for money. I'm just saying, if you donate to the Seed and Spark, we will do silly things. Please check out the link in the description. Yeah.
God, I love that song so much.
It's only.
I'm starting to get a little tired of it, but it's still good.
You can never get tired of Crab Rave. I'm sorry. Okay. Shall we get into episode 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. So this, here, we'll count 3. Ready? Hit the button on 3. 1, 2, 3. This one was written and directed by.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why you gotta do this, Harley?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's always Harley.
Do we need to click the timestamp again?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
23:44.
Yeah, we gotta go back. I'm so sorry. All right, guys.
All right.
Look
on
how
3.
sad I am. Look how sad I am.
We will do the push-up challenge again. All of us will do the push-up challenge if you give us $100. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I got it that time.
Cool. Yeah, so this one was directed and written by your friend down there, The Mask. So I'm sure he has lots to say about this one.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
This one was a lot of fun. So again, I think going with the idea of
I know things have been
you know,
hard for you since Hank
origin
passed, and
stories
I
and
know
what we
this
have
arena just
available
got
to
into
us and what
women.
knowledge we have that's
Such a
canon versus
prestigious
just
post
kind of
yourself.
canon.
No, you could
The
use
indoor
that.
salesman was always one that
But
really
I'll
interested me.
definitely let you
When
know
it
if
came
I
down
need
to it,
help in the
he's
future.
a cool guy
Yeah, though.
who just wants to sell you some stuff. Now, as to what that stuff is or why, those are the things that we don't
Well,
have the answers to. And I really wanted just to be able to see what a experience with the indoor salesman would look like. And I was lucky enough to be able to land Kara Ann Marie. You guys, you can find her in seasons of Cobra Kai.
Yeah, she's in Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
She's a
but
speaking
also-
character.
Yeah, she is a lot of fun. She was a lot of fun to work with, and she was a lot of fun to watch. She's actually the reason I started watching Cobra Kai. But you
Which
know,
is a
that being
very
said,
good show.
She had an amazing look. I really enjoyed the way her audition as well too. You know, again, you might have noticed this is Chris's old house.
Again,
It's the same house.
we
as
see a
episode
lot
1.
more of it this time, though. In episode 1, we were like really in the characters' heads because it's like something that is only happening there, kind of. But here we're very much more like the threat is external in this episode. Also, going off of what Harley was saying earlier, part of the reason that I really like the Indoor Salesman is because it is a recurring character. A lot of SCPs are like, you know, one time this thing happened and we had to take care of it. And those are always very interesting as well, because they really get to focus in on like the heart of that thing. But this is a lot of fun because it is kind of different. It's like it's an ongoing thing. There's something outside of this that is like ordering this guy to do this thing, and that just reveals so much and has so many like unanswered questions that should get you interested in the universe in general.
Yeah, you know, Mina, I don't think you want to make that deal. I think I could do jumping jacks for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, I could do way too many jumping jacks. I'll make you go broke.
Oh, and then whoever acted as the salesman, that is one Eddie Dermengian.
Eddie, I love Eddie.
One of the hardest parts about choosing somebody to play the salesman is that there is only in my mind one way to play the salesman, and it's exactly what Eddie gave us. You know, I was super happy to see him. You know, we talked about the script, and we had gone through a couple people, and then me and him had actually eventually even talked about it. And the guy, you know, the guy is just really dedicated. He actually learned all of the lines that he has to say as fast as he does. Because one of the hardest parts about the salesman was, can you speak fast? Can you sell the thing? Can you do it? Do you have that natural charisma? And I just think that, you know, Eddie looks like a classic salesman. I could totally see him trying to sell me a, you know, a vacuum back in the day. Oh, you're muted, Christian.
You better actually be there this time.
I was just gonna say I would buy it if Eddie tried to sell me a vacuum. I would buy it.
No, for sure.
Duck Clef Alto, we appreciate it. You should come by again on our streams. Follow the TikTok and stuff. We'd love to talk to you more as the creator of the SCP of Montauk.
Yes, we would.
So please come by again. Maybe we'll have you on a stream to interview you. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
Harley, you should not have challenged Mina in that way. You're gonna have to do jumping jacks for 3 hours now.
I'll do it. It's not going to be a 3-hour stream.
I'm Heather Barnes. Are you
Chris?
still here from the party? Because we ended
How
a
many
while
jumping jacks
ago.
can you do and how fast?
I mean, I don't think how fast was really the question.
Yeah,
As long as you're not
I wish we could tell you the whole everything we're doing for season 2, but we don't want to reveal everything. But again, if we get the donations on the Seed and Spark, again, head over to the Seed and Spark. We will definitely bring everyone along for the journey with BTS. Lots of live streams.
But if you message me individually, I'll tell you everything as long as you promise not to tell Chris that I told you.
I think I have enough Delaware in my life.
I love this scene.
Appreciate it. Reach out to us, man. Reach out to us. Instagram, message us on TikTok.
You know, I really loved the idea of talking through a door and really being able to hold that conversation, because it's how I imagine a lot of the interactions with the salesman officially start. Because it is, you know, you have to give the permission to him. He's like a vampire. You know, he can't go in unless you've given him that express permission.
Yep.
once
She
you
opened the
do-
door.
I'm happy you answered the door. Like I said before, I need no money. I have the fix-all solution for your problems here.
This is one of my favorite shots in the whole series. Yes, we actually put the camera through the wall.
Yeah,
That was
That actually
very fun,
happened.
but also a nightmare.
Yeah, that
Was that
actually
one of the
happened.
last things that we shot on that day?
Yes, we
Yeah.
were running out of time. Yeah.
Do we still have the BTS footage on it? Because I know that we like put a GoPro on it.
No,
or at
we
least
didn't
tried
hit
to.
the record on the GoPro because we were running out of time, and we just were like, go, 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 go. Yeah, I wish.
How disappointing.
There was a window. We put the screen out, and we threw the camera through the window. It was really cool.
Yeah, we like passed it off.
Now that shot was terrifying.
It was stitched together, but we did actually throw a bottle,
Yep.
like a sugar bottle that was shatterable,
Yeah.
against the fridge, and then we kind of stitched
Breakaway.
them together.
I mean,
Yep.
arguably, all bottles are probably shatterable.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Safely shattered.
Now, most people wouldn't recognize this, but you see how there's light coming through all the windows? We used like 6 lights to pull that off for this small shot. It literally, like, the setup was like 30 minutes just for that little bitty shot. And a bunch of crew members were on the floor behind the couch in the background there, trying to not get in the shot. Yeah.
Hiding.
That was super funny. And then he breaks the fourth wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Super funny.
You know, we could revisit the indoor salesman.
And then he goes into the fridge to go upstairs.
Is that
It's so much fun.
I
So,
think their name is the task force that's in charge of taking care of him, the shoe salesman, right? I mean, there's a little bit about them at the very end of the episode, you know. But at least for that, like, they are constantly on the lookout for new pop-ups of the salesman. The things that I'm really interested about him, I think Christian mentioned it earlier, right? The salesman is so cool because there are like little things that you can read on his file that are like, so we showed up to a house early, and we kind of heard him talking to somebody on a phone, and it sounded like he was talking to a boss that was very angry at him, and it's like, oh, and like the topic of that conversation is like, hey, listen, I said I wanted a soul, not a soul of a shoe, and so we can only assume that the salesman is maybe even a nice guy, you know, who's just trying to actually like not
kill people.
Yeah, not kill
Unless
people
you swing a
like,
golf club at him and he gets maybe a little bit upset, and he's like, fine, I'll get what I came for then.
Yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't have to be nice.
Some would say that it was even unfair for Mr. Barnes to leave you with such a heavy cost of
Yeah, what I like about this episode too is how it's just, the whole thing's moving, the whole thing. Then it's never still, except for like these like intense moments, but it's like constantly around the entire house, because we felt like a lot of our episodes we were like stuck in one room, one place, and so this one we were like, nope, we're running around the whole house.
This is when it was, or around when it was decided that I was just going to shoot the whole rest of the season because we needed to just, like, get people in their main positions and go. And this one was my favorite to film, because I was, like, freshest to that responsibility in a way, even though I've been kind of helping here or there as showrunner and various things throughout. But then this one, the entire day, I just had the camera on my shoulder or, like, floating out in front of me, and I was just, you know, with the actors the entire time. The camera itself is kind of a character in the way that it like follows the action, and it was just super fun.
Love the mouth here. Love the mouth. You know, the mouth is something that we really tried to pull off correctly, and
Came out
there was a couple
surprisingly
different
well.
ways that we tried it, but really it came through in the editing room. Super fun. And yeah, Elle's House by the Sea. If you've ever had the unfortunate circumstance of having somebody break into your house, right? Telling them you're calling the cops, right? Just make them stop.
Yeah.
I'd really like to make this trade with
Nothing's ever guaranteed in a situation like that.
Yeah,
But if
no,
they think
no,
I gotta
it
get
doesn't
out of
hurt.
here fast, or like, oh, they got to a safe place and I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get them, you know, whatever their motivation.
You'll listen to my offer.
Man, I just love that we got the actual blessing from the for season 2 from the author of Montauk. That is fantastic.
That is super
Allow
exciting.
me to restate
Fantastic.
my
So happy to
I'd
have
like
you.
trade
Thank you
with
so
the
much.
Delaware brand all-in-one vacuum sealer. In return, all I'm asking for is just one small commitment.
Hey, now
to
that
your
being
container.
said,
How
by the
you
sea,
think
she does also try to fight him, you know. So I mean,
everything that goes along with it.
two sides of a coin there. You know, you either flee or you.
Create distance, you know, if that doesn't work, do what you gotta do. I think the real mistake is that there's a guy in her house. She doesn't know how he got there, doesn't know what his motivations are, and then just talks to him through the door and then eventually opens it instead of being like, you know what, fine. I'm just gonna let you stay here. You can have the place. I have my friends like 2 minutes away. I'm just gonna go run to them real quick, and we're all gonna get to safety, and the cops are gonna come through here and clear you out soon enough. I think that was her real mistake. But he's just so charismatic. He like disarmed her with like the, hey, I'm just here to make a deal. Oh, I'm from the party earlier. Is a reality bender? Absolutely. I mean, he goes through one door and out another. Like, he has Harley. I'm sure you would agree with this. He has a charisma that goes beyond what should be like humanly possible. He's
Arguably.
charismatic as a base, but like
Well,
there's
Yeah,
something
no,
more
I feel like there's charismatic, and then there's charismatic influenced by some type of anomaly. You know
y'all,
what I'm saying? Like, I think the toaster is a really good example of one of those SCPs that, you know, it's gonna, and like, oh, even me, the mask, oh, right? There's constant examples of like this ability to convince other people, and you know, this charisma really plays a big part into what the SCP is. You know, and I guess to that extent, Reality Bender is, I think, a good way to describe it. You know, there's plenty of stories about the salesman. And these are the ones that really inspired me. You know, and the mouth thing really inspires me too, because there are plenty of stories where he has just like, you know, replaced somebody's heart with a grenade. You know, filled somebody's stomach with a bunch of coins. You know, all those things. I'm gonna make you a very rich man, and then coins falling out of the mouth, coming out of the stomach, kind of thing, you know. And I don't really think that anything besides, I mean, okay, I'm not going to say that besides, but you know, their reality benders have a way of doing many a thing, And I think the fact, even here in our story, right, that this interpretation of the salesman can make a whole person kind of a whole past kind of disappear.
Man speaking is our friend Dallas. If you look on the phone, there's the SCP number on it.
Barnes.
And he had a blast doing this recording, but he did it in post like 3 months after recording it, so it was really hard to like
he was
stitch
perfect
it.
for it.
Yeah, he really was.
On set, do you know who was reading?
I think it was Casey. Casey as the AD. I'm pretty sure it was Casey.
It was either Casey or Kelland, maybe.
It might have been Kelland.
It would have been one of them.
Script
for sure.
supervisor
I know
Kelland.
that I read for a little bit of it.
Could be. Could be.
I know that I read for a little bit of it for parts of it, because there were parts that I knew had to be timed a certain way, but not for all of it. And I love the girl who plays the daughter's voice. Yeah, me too. That's our friend Cass.
Cass.
Yeah. Fun fact: she was in college, and is a girl, and she was in college at that time.
And we literally had like pictures with like her dad or something on the wall that are now missing.
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah, she is in the background.
No, yeah, Cass is the girl in the photos, but the man is actually Kara, the actress's actual husband.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yes.
That's what it was.
So-
I knew that there was something there.
In
I
the
love
intro,
the final shot of the
Except for
Delaware
Freddy.
product, just kind of staring at that.
Post-credit scene.
Post-credit scene. I'm very big on post-credit scenes. And the shoe salesman, again, the task force assigned with locating and pinging, just like that, right? The salesman.
That's
very
Christian
important part of the
Hoffman.
story, and that's Christian,
That's actually Christian Hoffman, and the guy next to him is
Desperately needed
me.
a haircut that day.
Yeah.
It adds to it, though. You've been down there for weeks, just trying to see when he's gonna pop up again.
79 encounter confirmed.
If you see the poster above too, that is a hint at episode 4, the medic viruses.
And pause. I believe we have a couple of
Yeah,
things
we
to catch
got
up on.
a couple of donations while we were
And
streaming.
a challenge, I believe.
And a challenge. Hold on. My computer's acting up. Give me a second. Why are you doing this again? Hold on there, YouTube. I'm coming. My mouse disappeared. Don't know why.
You lost your cursor?
Yep, I lost my cursor. Always do. All right.
suppose that's not surprising. Let's hear it.
We got $100 donation on the Seed and Spark. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Harley.
Thank you, Dr. Alto Clef.
Yes, thank you, the original creator of Montauk.
Oh my god, yeah, actually, so much. So many thank yous. Now, guys, if that doesn't convince you enough, I don't know what will. We just got the good graces of the original author of the Montauk, to actually give us the okay and thumbs up. So we are blessed by the gods, the Scarlet King. Oh, we are blessed by, blessed by them.
Yeah, and we also got a $25 donation on the Seed and Spark from Virginia. Woo! I wonder who that is. Woo! Yeah.
That is definitely not my mom.
Thank you so much. If you're new here, check out the Seed and Spark link in all the descriptions, QR codes, and everything. We're crowdfunding for Season 2 of Redacted, an SCP mini-series called Redacted Season 2 Montauk. So go check it out in all the places. Lots of great rewards, everything. We cannot do this without everyone. We appreciate you all for all your hard work. I think we have some
I think
challenges.
it's a great time to check in and just say thanks, guys, for being here this long if you have. And if you're just joining us or you just joined us a second ago in the middle of that episode and had no idea what was happening, welcome. I mean, that's generally the vibe.
Yes.
Welcome to TikTok, YouTube Shorts. We're happy to be here, you guys. We are Lot1 Productions, and we are pushing for our second season of our show, Redacted. If you haven't watched it yet, you guys, it's a fun sci-fi SCP adventure. If you're into creepypastas or SCPs themselves, or anything having to do with, mythology what's it called? It's called.
The occult,
Are
the
you
supernatural.
okay? Are you
He's
okay?
thinking.
I'm trying to
his brain
think.
doesn't work that well.
Gears are turning.
Are you
Trying
They
to
haven't turned
think,
in a while. Cobwebs
or
are breaking.
the not Lovecrafty. You know what? Forget it, guys. I'll text you. We'll start a new live when I remember at 3 in the morning, and I'll make sure to finish that sentence. But if any of you guys are into the paranormal,
I swear
God.
I said that. I swear I said that.
if any of you guys are into the paranormal, our show is for you. We are, you are for us. That kind of thing, you guys. So, welcome.
Season 2 will
Happy to
focus
have
on
you.
Montauk in answer to a question from the YouTube chat. It will focus on Montauk. If you read the file, it will kind of follow that story to an extent.
Yes.
Although there's not much story outlined there, so there's a lot that's going to be different, a lot that's going to be updated.
We got more gifts on TikTok from Carlos. GG.
Let's go.
Woo! GG. It's not the end, though. We haven't won yet. We still got a lot of money to raise. Woo! All right. We got a challenge for donations. If we do some jumping jacks. Okay, what's the challenge? I was not paying attention. What are we doing?
So, I don't know if they're still active, but it was 20 push-ups for $10 or 50 jumping jacks for $10. If you do 40, you get 20. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we can each do it. So each person who accomplishes any of these things earns a little bit of cash at the Seed and Spark.
Now, that being said, I am currently sick. I feel like push-ups are more accomplishable than an endurance task right now, so I'm going to nominate Casey in my stead to do the jumping jacks for the rest of the stream, because I know he can, because he used to play soccer. You guys may not know that, but Casey used to play soccer. He has a great set of lungs on him that aren't sick right now. And I think that he can do all of the rest of the stream's length worth of jumping jacks. He definitely can. Thank you so much, Casey Jacobs.
My legs fell off.
No, we're doing this. You are doing this, Casey. We last stream had to do push-ups and mental challenges and running around. You can do it this time. There it is. There's our boy, Casey Jacobs. What is he doing? Are you doing the push-ups or are you doing the jumping jacks?
Jumping jack.
You doing the
He's not
jumping
doing jumping jacks. I can't do jumping jacks right now. It's an endurance thing. My lungs, man, I'm sick. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
So how many does he need to do?
As the rest of the stream. For
If he's doing
that's
jumping
$10.
jacks, he's got 50 per.
He is gonna have to count out loud, but honestly, maybe one of us should just count the amount that he does, so he doesn't have to count out loud.
Casey, you wanna
fun.
aim your camera up? We just see the middle of your body right now.
We can't confirm if you're doing a full jumping jack.
Yep.
Man,
No.
yeah, I don't know how you would confirm if I was doing push-ups.
On your bed, you would have done. All right. Here we go. 50, Casey, you got this. You got this. I believe in you. You're doing it.
I believe.
You're doing it.
All right.
All right.
Go.
Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2,
2,
3. Christian, you
4,
count. You
5,
count.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I love that we're
11.
If you just
12,
joined, Casey is
13,
doing 50 jumping
14,
jacks for a
15,
donation for our
16,
Seed and Spark for the
18,
for the
19, 20,
crowdfunding campaign
1,
for season 2 of
2,
Redacted.
There we go.
4,
There we go.
5, 6,
Let's
7,
go. Let's
8,
go.
9, 10, 40.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4,
It's not
5,
so bad. You can keep
6,
going. You can
7,
probably do
8,
the rest of the
9,
stream.
10, 50,
You want me to just
40.
keep
Just do 10
going?
more. Just keep going. Just keep going. We'll count them later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do you mean later?
10.
Wait, do we have to do push-ups or?
Nope. Nope.
Okay,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no,
we
no,
got
no,
another
no,
we got another gift on TikTok. Yeah, you know what that means, Christian. While Casey's doing his jumping jacks. Yeah, woo! Harley, woo! The mask.
80.
Do your dance. Do your dance. Do your dance. Do your dance. Yeah. Dance to the music, Casey. You got this. Yeah. Thank you for the
man, it's great.
donations. All money donated on TikTok, but specifically Seed and Spark. Make sure you head over there. Is
Casey,
going towards
100.
season 2.
Casey, you look like you can keep going.
I could, but you know, the legs are a different story.
You need 100 more, Casey, and then we
You
reach our
used to play
$40.
soccer.
You want me just to keep going?
Yeah.
Honestly, you're gonna do great,
Yeah.
kid. We'll go get Wendy's.
You're
after
doing
this.
great,
It'll be
kid.
fantastic.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Dun, 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 dun. If you just joined us, we are crowdfunding for our SCP mini-series, web series on YouTube called Redacted. We've already done season 1. We are crowdfunding for season 2. Please check it out. All of the links in the descriptions and the QR codes and all the places. And donate to Seed and Spark. It helps us out. Get to season 2. We got a long way to go.
Not only do we have a long way to go, we also have Cass in the chat saying that if Chris does push-ups, she'll donate $15. Now, I need to hear if there is a specific number of push-ups that he needs to hit.
Yeah.
If it's just as many as he can do.
That's 150.
150. You gotta do 50 more, Casey. You gotta do
Okay,
50
fair.
more. Yeah, 50 more. Yeah, Chris. Make sure you do your push-ups
Hey, don't look at me.
for $15.
My name is only Chris H when it's inconvenient to you. Right now, it
I don't
is.
know. I don't. He was talking a lot about you last week. Have you know that, Chris?
Yeah, I remember
I'm
that.
pretty sure
He
I was shit
specifically
talking
said,
to
I
his
can
face.
do more than that.
Yeah, I could. But Chris,
But you won't.
you've got to do push-ups.
Absolutely.
We have a special request for you.
Only if we both do them, Christian.
We'll give Casey some claps for his continued excellence.
There it is.
Wanna know.
Continued excellence.
Would you do push-ups?
That I think that's a $40 donation for 200 jumping jacks. Absolutely.
So Chris, if you do push-ups, I'll do push-ups with you.
Okay. All right. How many are we doing? What's the price? 25. I did 26 last time.
25.
I did 26 push-ups for $60. Yeah.
This is within
And now
your
you're gonna
wheelhouse,
do.
Chris.
Now you're gonna do the same for less amount of money. Enjoy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Enjoy.
not.
I'm doing them with you too. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
This is double
Go.
value.
Let's go. Let's get those arms working.
Yeah, let's make sure we get the cameras pointed at the floor.
Well, you'll be
no,
able to
that's
see.
fine.
My floor's far enough back.
Can I steal the iPod? Well, there are 2 of them. So
No, you cannot steal one, but I'll tell you what. There's probably a donation price for them. I would sell you anything in my room.
Harley, you ready?
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. 1,
1.
2,
They're
3,
counting.
4,
Let's get some music.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
God, he's struggling so much.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. Woo!
Thank you.
Woo!
25 ain't too
Yeah.
bad.
Woo. Yep. There it is. Good job. All right, what is Christian Hoffman doing, and what is he doing it for? Hey, we just got some donations in the TikTok. in the
Oh.
TikTok. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Woo! 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 There it is. We appreciate all donations and everywhere. Please check out the Seed and Spark though. Oh, we got a corgi.
Yeah.
Oh, look at cute little corgi.
I recognize these donators.
I know, I recognize them too.
Hello, Corey. Hello, Bree. Thank you for the donations.
Yes, please, thank you for the donations. Donations help out the most on Seed and Spark, so make sure you check out the Seed and Spark and donate there. We appreciate anything and everything, though. If you can't donate, make sure you share. Amazing. Perfect. All right, cool. Sorry, I was just checking. I got so many notifications in all the spots. Appreciate you guys.
That is the only problem with having so many streams and tabs open, is that if one thing happens, there's suddenly something everywhere.
Corey Jacobs gave us glasses. Did it go on someone's face? I didn't see.
I didn't look. I didn't see.
I didn't see either.
Well, just in case, I'll crab rave.
All right. Shall we continue? Or shall we wait for those donations that were promised to us? Oh, send fireworks. Thank you. Thank you. Go
Okay,
again.
we can make them
More
wait.
donos. Go, Christian. Go. Go.
more,
Go.
more.
Go. 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 Jellyfish. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. 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 Get it. Get it. Get it. That's awesome. Again, check out the Seed and Spark links. Description below. QR code. Other. Oh, more donos on the TikTok. Let's go again. Woo! We've blown our goal out of the water. Yeah. 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 Let's go. Awesome. We're also, for donations, making people do painful things. So if you want to make Casey do something for a donation on the Seed and Spark, just let us know. Yeah. We'll make him
Wait,
do it.
what?
Don't worry. We got a new pledge on the Seed and Spark from a certain Cassidy McYellow for $15. Woo!
We also have a new challenge, completely optional, but if Harley shaves his head, we get $110.
Whoa.
Who said that?
Only $110?
Who
From
said that?
Christian Hoffman.
Mina said that.
When?
Just
Oh,
now in the
no.
YouTube chat.
Oh, that's a
Harley
hard one.
shaves his head, I'll give
Harley's
110.
Harley's hair is his like pride and joy. I don't think that's
Now
worth
listen, Mina, I'm not
$110.
saying that I won't do it, okay? But you'll have to do it with me.
Oh.
So we both shave our head at the same time. And actually, you know what? If Chris shaves his head with me the same way I did push-ups with him,
Absolutely
in
not.
solidarity,
Absolutely
if
not.
all the Lot 1 boys shave their head. But honestly, you know what?
No,
110
if
is- my
someone
head ain't
gets
that.
us to $100,000, I will shave my head. I will
Your
shave.
hair's not worth that much, Chris. Unfortunately, I don't want to break it to you.
All of us will shave our heads for 100,000.
I don't
With
know.
our
about
That's
hair
because If
combined.
we get to a point where 110 makes or breaks our goal, we'll revisit this conversation.
that. Mustache off.
Well, we'll keep that one on standby.
Yeah. All right. Let's dance for the Cassie Maniello. Woo! Oh, we're getting some donations on TikTok too. Keep going. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Get it. Get it. Carlos is sending donations also. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get it. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
If Casey shaves his mustache, I'll give 50.
Oh.
Shave it.
Casey, you've only had it for like a week.
All right, now you're asking us to deface ourselves for that little money. Come on.
Quite
a
literally, in
mustache.
Casey's case.
His
Give him a
mustache
mustache,
is
man. Bud, you can
worth
do it.
$100
Christian,
at
Christian, shave your
least.
beard.
Christian, shave your
Shave
beard,
your beard.
75.
I feel like my beard is worth more than Harley's hair. That's all I'm gonna say.
That is a lie. That is 100% a lie.
Absolutely.
I would say they're equal value, and both of them should be higher valued.
No, all I'm saying is, right, all I'm saying is that Casey could totally take his mustache off. That is within the realm of possibility.
Casey could jump on his bed and break it for $1,000. I think
already
that's...
broken.
Shh, they don't need to know that, Casey.
I would shave my head.
We got more donations. Do it again, Christian. Woo, woo, woo. Get it. Get it. Get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Please check out the Scene Spark link. Oh, we got a heart from Bree. Oh, so... There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well, while y'all mull over whatever challenge you're going to make Casey do or Christian Hoffman do, we're going to continue into our live commentary
Casey,
on episode 4.
If anyone shaves anything, 200.
I'll shave my beard, except for my mustache. Live on camera. You guys will watch.
200
There's
if
nothing
any
in
of
there.
you shave anything.
200. That's $200.
Whoa! Casey, shave your mustache. Do it right now.
Hardly shave your mustache.
Mine, arguably, I've had mine longer.
Shave. He will
wasn't the
shave
question.
one side of his mustache for $200.
I can argue that I've had my.
Casey, no, I don't think so.
Actually, Casey has a good point. It was
No,
just
guys,
part of the
I
beard
think
before.
we're thinking about this too hard. Casey.
I think you both should do it.
Yeah, shave
You
only
shave
one
your
side.
mustache with us, Christian. Go only mustache, no, sorry, go only beard, no mustache beard combo.
Yeah, that would be terrible. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna
so
do
it's
that.
terrible for you. I understand.
Yeah, you'll look.
You
normal
literally, I
without a
bet
mustache.
they're just got us infighting now, guys. We're not even like we're literally.
She's turning us against each other.
I'll have you know, for those who don't know, Mina is the producer of season 1 also, so she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Yeah.
She knows how to get to us.
She sure does. Okay, we're gonna get back to the live commentary. If you think of anything to make Casey to do, Bree, let us know for a Scene Spark donation.
See the spark.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave him here for just a second.
Corey
I'll be right
Jacobs
back.
just did another donation on TikTok. Let's go! Yeah, we shave your guys' beards and mustaches and make me a mustache.
Ew.
That sounds
gross.
awful.
Disgusting.
All
I'm
right.
on board, but
Let's get to the episode 4.
yeah.
All right, we ready to press the thing?
Well, Harley is currently not
That's
here
very
unless we
true.
believe he's turned into a chair.
Very true. Well, while we wait for Harley, we could. Oh, we got another donation. We got another
Oh.
donation. Heart sticker on TikTok. Woo! Dude, we have blown our goal out of the water. Yeah, get it. Get it. We got it. We got it, y'all. Well, while we wait for Mr. Harley to come back, let us play maybe the sizzle reel or something.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. So
$50 if Casey pours ketchup on his head.
$50 for that, Casey.
Do we even have ketchup? Go check. Go check. He's going. He's going.
He's going to go check. While we wait, we're going to play our actually, we're going to do the Mark Long take. Here we go. Everyone enjoy this beautiful piece of thespianship, as I would say.
Does that mean I can go pee?
Sure.
If everybody else is gone anyway, you know?
Might as well, right?
Is it on the video?
Yeah, but people can still see you if you want to. You just turn your camera on.
Oh, you have like the reaction thing.
Yeah.
Attention all personnel.
And I'm gone.
This is your site.
We will, they are... Enjoy this beautiful
As a result
reel
of the recent
while we play.
drop in staff morale and the rumors that are running amok throughout Site 202,
So
I've decided to set
we don't
a
have
few
any
things
ketchup.
straight.
We just ran out of ketchup.
Yes,
Does she have a
it is
condiment
as bad as you have heard.
replacement?
Worse. Which is why only Class D personnel
What happened to
are
Christian?
assigned to
We're
carry out
watching the
procedure.
long take of, Operation Montauk.
No. Assignment to the project is not a punishment or a test of loyalty. While it is true that many that have served their time at the off-site facility have elected to receive Class A amnestics after, it is not true that we have given up on saving her. If there was anything else to be done, we'd be doing it. Our duties at the Foundation require us to do many distasteful things. That is the price we must pay. But we must never let down our guard because of sympathy. And we will not become monsters because of the monstrous acts we must perform. Do your jobs and never forget the importance of your work. Montauk is here to stay.
And that is beautiful acting. So that is the long take version of the sizzle reel of Mark doing his lines without it being cut up. And we decided to release that version because I thought his performance deserved to be shown. So that's why we did it. Don't mind the person behind me. Yeah. So while we wait for the rest to come back, if you have any questions, ask them. Again, if you're new to the stream, we are crowdfunding season 2 of Redacted. We have a long way to go. I know we have a couple of big donations still on their way. They're not here yet, but we cannot do this without your help. If you can't donate, at least consider sharing it with your friends and your family and on all the social medias. Or if you know someone who's really rich and wants tax write-off, just let us know. We can provide that.
You still can't wear 035. So
Yeah. Sorry, Harley claimed 035. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, and also we're doing silly things for money. So if you got something silly for Casey to do, Casey, they said mustard, ranch, or mayo would work.
Please, a spoonful of mayo.
What if he
dollop of
ate
mayo.
a whole spoonful of mayo? How much money would
All
you
I'm saying too is I have mustard. I eat mustard on a regular basis. It's not
you
that bad.
eat mustard on a regular basis?
I do.
All right. Well, while we wait for Christian to come back, let us watch something else. You know, let's maybe put on
Something else.
yeah, here's our YouTube channel. Lovely. We do regular updates. Obviously, we're in a live stream right now, but check out our updates. We got other stuff. Lots of behind the scenes content. Great BTS feature from episode 1, trailers, awesome pitch video. So let's watch the pitch video.
Now, we
Here
already...
Montauk is here to stay.
Hi, my name is Christian Hoffman.
All
And
four
my
of
name's
us do
Harley
a spoon
Grove.
of
And
mayo
we're the
for what?
showrunners for the SCP web series
do we
Redacted,
get?
based on the SCP Wiki.
Now, we already filmed season 1 back in 2021, which looked a little like this.
And we released 5 amazing episodes in 2022, which looked like this.
Honestly, I feel like all 4 of us doing a spoonful of mayo is not that bad. Mayonnaise in the U.S., right, is highly criminalized. It's only something that belongs on a sandwich. And in a lot of different parts of the world, mayonnaise is a condiment you dip fries in, dip taquitos in, probably other things that are fried in.
And you know what? Those people are more than welcome to do that, but they are wrong. So did Casey end up putting mayonnaise on his head?
Not
What
yet.
happened?
We're watching the pitch video.
Oh, nice.
Okay, but honestly, wait, just putting a
And
jar
now
of mayonnaise on
season
top
1
of your head,
continues
like you
to
don't
grow
have
in
to take it out and
popularity
think.
and gain more and more
They didn't
support from
specify.
our fans and the
I
SCP
think he has to put
and
the
from everybody
chemical
here at Lot1
substance
Productions, we
mustard
say
or
thank you.
whatever on his
You
head.
might say
That's not too bad.
Redacted is
They did not say a
pretty
bottle of.
good.
Hey, under that hat, Casey, I'm not going to argue that it's probably not far off from mustard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we could
We
probably
want to
double
continue
up
the
if we
series
go
just
like,
as
you know,
fast.
it's $50
So
for
here we
mayonnaise
are.
on the head, but $50 more if you put the hat on.
For the
You know
last
what?
2
How
years,
we're
we have
arguing
been
about
developing
mayonnaise on
and
top of the
planning
pitch
season
video.
2. Redacted.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Montauk.
everybody. I'm so sorry, but these
Season
are
two
the
is a full
important
adaptation
conversations
of
that go
SCP
into
231,
what
from Seven
pitch
Brides
for
down to
season of a
In
show.
season
looks
1,
like.
we explored the Foundation's
Yep.
darker side. In season 2, we go much deeper. Asking
Maya
how
said
far
Mayo
our
is
characters
not
are willing to
nasty.
go in pursuit
Mayo
of
is not
Foundation
nasty. You're nasty.
Operation
Oh, no, it's
Maya
always been
finally
one of the
says
most beloved
something
sagas in
correct.
the whole
The mayo
SCP
substitute
community
known as
has
Miracle
never
Whip,
received
that's
its
nasty.
Miracle Whip. No, Miracle
Yeah,
Whip is
Miracle Whip is
disgusting.
way worse.
Miracle Whip is
Finally
not
give life
mayonnaise.
to the
Miracle
story
Whip
in a way
is
that
something
spotlights
made.
its originality,
It's something made by
complexity,
somebody who
while
can't
staying true
handle
to the
what
community.
is mayonnaise.
Mayo-like.
SCP
It's
fans,
Yeah,
it's
mayo
to
like
mayo
it is-
as
it is
margarine
the
is to
Bud Light
butter.
mayonnaise.
Here's a short
People use them
The Foundation finds 7
interchangeably.
women pregnant with
It
the
counts,
spawn of the
and it's
Scarlet
still
King.
disgusting.
It's
You
a
know,
great
I'm
More
just
disgusting.
gonna
time
say,
to
if you
solve the
eat Miracle
supernatural
Whip,
medical
please
mystery before
leave
the
the
final
stream.
child is born and the end of the world begins.
Well, I
Season
didn't see
one
the
was
number
filmed
tick
on a
down,
budget
so I guess that means
and
everyone's
There
on our
you
side.
go.
which is
Okay, so I'm the
insane when you
monster.
think about how many people worked on it. Limited budget contributed to a lot of the shortcomings of season 1. This season,
Do you think it's distracting to
we want to
hear
bring you a
our
bigger and
voices
better
over
season
our
than that.
voices?
Investing in the crew,
Absolutely.
props, and
Yeah.
talent will help enhance the work of all the talented artists we are bringing on to season 2.
So much time,
Man, there's a
energy,
lot
and
of
love
duct
was
tape in
given
this
up to make
mess,
season
and I,
1 what it is.
Do you keep
Imagine
adding
we could do
more?
season 2.
I have
Whether you're
to.
new to the SCP universe or a longtime fan, we hope you will join us on this exciting
My
journey.
head kind
Help
of
us
starting to
continue
hurt.
this
It's
story
crazy.
and consider donating to the
I feel like I'm
project.
getting possessed by the
Any
mask.
amount
Oh,
is welcome.
oh, oh,
Connect with us,
oh,
share.
oh.
That was really perfect timing.
Thank you.
I think he was trying to unpossess you. It wants a better
It
host.
said, ew, you don't like Miracle Whip? Ew.
YouTube too loud.
Yeah, I saw that. All right. Back to the season 1 live commentary, huh? Think we're on episode 4, if I remember correctly. Are we ready to click in?
No.
No.
Give me 2 seconds.
2 seconds. We're gonna wait for Mr. Harley to get it figured out. Yeah, I mean, so Casey, if we pour mayo on Casey's head for $50, and then Corey Jacobs said all of us eat a spoonful of mayo, but he didn't say for what. So
I think he just wants to see us do it. I don't know if he's gonna donate.
and specifically, we only do these crazy things if you donate to the Seed and Spark, not to the TikTok, to the Seed and Spark. We need the donations to go there. Yeah. Yeah. Again, if you're new here, we are live streaming Redacted Season 1, which is an SCP live action series on YouTube that we produced. and we are crowdfunding for season 2 on Seed and Spark. So go and check out the links in the descriptions and the profiles and all the things. And yeah, it's what we're doing. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
While they all figure out what money they're gonna give for us to do things, we're gonna watch it. All right, on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So episode 4. Yeah.
Samothrace. So Samothrace is one of those SCPs. You know, there's kind of been a theme of us talking about it for each of the episodes, right? Episode 1 being one of the only, one of the few episodes out of all this that has an origin story, right? Samothrace is a lot of fun because not much is meant to be known about Samothrace. Period. It's been the stride of the SCP Foundation to really cut down on as much information that you can find on Samothrace as possible. But somehow we still keep finding it. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, Samothrace is a memetic hazard. A memetic hazard is a SCP, or something else that messes with someone's brain. But at the end of it is a paranormal and or anomaly that messes with somebody's brain. Could cause you to think things that you thought you didn't know. No, you know what? Okay, House by the Sea. Don't worry about it, man. You're chilling. But it could cause. Specifically, Samothrace can cause the implantation of maybe unusual memories that you don't exactly remember yourself. This one was a fun one because the biggest question for us is how do you show an SCP that takes place inside of people's minds? That's a really it was kind of a challenge when approaching this idea, and there were other SCPs that we were considering and throwing into this season in its place. But at the end of the day, we really found that Samothrace just kind of gave us a fun little story. For those of you who don't know, that cat poster, right? That's a real cat. His name is Fat Man. He's 18. He's mostly deaf, a little blind. He has cat arax. And he's getting by day. That being said, he's been on our journey for many of our sets and stories. Yeah.
A fun story about the main actor from this one, J-Pash. We had an actor, and then 2 days before we were about to shoot, he got COVID and had to bail out on us. Yeah, literally the day before. We were setting up to come the next day to shoot. We lose our actor, so we're scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. Oh, we're just gonna have to call it off. Is there anybody that we know that we can get to do it? And then J-Pash, he just walks into the room because he was also at Riverside Studios. And then we all just kind of look at him. Someone says, hey, what if we just get J-Pash to do it? And it turns out he was fantastic.
I was literally just like, J-Pash, you want to act? As a joke, half jokingly. And he was like, yeah, sure.
Sure. What you need?
Yeah. When are you guys filming? And he made it work.
I gotta, take my wife somewhere on Sunday morning, but other than that, I'm free.
Yeah. Also, again, if you have questions, please ask him. You're not
by all means, we are here to answer them.
Frank, the guy who's playing Cliff right there.
I've been helping too much of this.
He is a really cool guy, big supporter of us. He did a really good job.
Yeah, Frank is awesome. There's a funny story about the banana that he has in one of the later scenes.
Yeah.
Also,
welcome back, you guys.
Travis's room. That's the man's name. I can't remember the character's name. The room in the beginning is actually in the same room in the studio as Dr. Brains' office.
From episode 1.
You would have absolutely no way of knowing that unless you were there, but it's just a fun little fact.
Yeah.
Sure.
The
hi everyone.
Actor who plays Adam, the guy who just walked in, who's leading this group meeting, he's really cool. He actually, if you're a Star Trek fan, was a reoccurring character on the old Star Trek series Deep Space Nine.
And if any of you have ever watched Forrest Gump, he is the nurse who comes over and says, "You ready, Lieutenant Dan?" and then picks up Lieutenant Dan.
Yep.
Henry,
Pretty crazy.
He's been active for a long time. It's always super cool getting to go on set, bring people from all different walks of life together, and just getting to like learn about people's stories.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Fun fact also, all of the extras in this scene are our crew members. We are very thankful for them, and Harley, right
And
there.
Harley.
We are very thankful for them doing
His
that.
best
because
role ever. His
we
best
literally
role.
had
I think I got the glasses.
we
right.
literally had all of our extras drop out last minute. This one was like the trouble episode out of all the episodes. And so our crew was very nice and helped us out and were the extras for it. So
You know,
we
one of the
almost got
awesome
screwed.
parts- One of my hidden talents, and you'll see this many times throughout this episode, is if you stick a jacket on me and you give me a pair of old lady glasses, which is what these are. These are authentic old lady glasses, and I.
He was just talking about.
It just immediately transformation. It's like a whole different person.
Ooh.
Even just the jacket does a lot.
I feel different. I feel like a character in a Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game. Like, the background ones, the NPCs that go. Wow. You know, this episode, I feel like for me, I always really enjoyed the music. The music reminded me a lot of like a sci-fi inspired police procedural show. So if you think like NCIS or something like that, but just with a sci-fi kick. So a lot of what's that show called?
Which one?
The show was called The X-Files.
His bedroom is also Dr. Brain's office, fun fact. And the opening scene, fun fact.
Casey, don't dodge the mayo for any longer than you have to.
The sooner you get it over with.
Watch it.
The sooner you have mayo on your head.
I was wondering when you were gonna show up. You okay?
While we were filming this scene, there was a dog barking right behind the direction that he entered the scene from.
God.
It would not shut up. It knew when we were filming. I think as soon as things got quiet, the dog was like, "A time to bark." You know, we probably shouldn't have, but I think somebody eventually went over there and like fed it a hot dog or two, and that helped for a little while. And then I think the neighbors eventually were like, "Oh, we'll take the dog inside."
Yeah.
We were desperately trying to get a hold of them, and they just would not answer their door.
Sickness affects
Yeah.
everyone differently. He'll probably just be at the next meeting. Come on, get some food.
Also, kind of amazing that nobody fell into the pool.
Really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Really wanted to push Harley in.
I mean, he's so close. Look at him.
It's just.
And there was not a lot of
He
room.
doesn't care about Cliff.
What are you talking about?
So like what? He just disappears and everyone's cool with it?
No.
He's probably just
Else House by the Sea. That the meeting, they're vets, so it's a VA meeting at the VA, like a PTSD, like the what do you call them? I'm butchering this.
Let's get a turkey dog for you. Or whatever.
Like group counseling essentially, for veterans. Yeah.
That's why they talk about like their war
Their war
stories, or at least
stories,
like introducing, hey, this is where I was, so that other people there can connect with that. And that's why there's like one of the big like personal struggles that the character goes through is like J Pesh's character wasn't infected by Samothrace yet, and so he knows that they were in Iraq, but Travis here is like convinced, increasingly so, that he went to some other place, did terrible things in the name of whatever, and it just keeps getting more and more intense. He thinks people are covering it up, and you're just supposed to kind of get the hint of that in that earlier scene.
Thanks. All right, everyone. I know we all
And
got
now
a lot
he's
of
falling
stuff to do
apart,
today.
so
Fun
obviously he
fact:
starts wearing
all of
sweats.
the military memorabilia on the walls is my grandfather's when he was a drill sergeant from the Navy. So those
Except
are the
for
units.
one hat, which was my grandfather's.
Oh no. The rest of it, a lot of the props actually came from the Riverside Police Department themselves. Aside from Chris's stuff that his grandpa was able to get us, well, that he was able to get from his grandpa, the Riverside Police Department had actually just finished shooting something at the location that we were filming this in, and I went and asked one of the prop masters who was in that space of like, hey, can I just, can I borrow some of that real quick? you know, I think for anybody who's interested in making their own stuff and or you know interested about like the filming process at all, right? All the set deck in here, is somebody building it.
Yep.
You know, we were lucky enough to have Robbie Rivas, right, with us on these episodes, and she was able to really build a lot of the space that we see in both this episode and episode 5 as well.
Doing a lot with very, very little.
So I wouldn't call it therapy. Think of like when you go to an you know what an AA meeting is for alcoholics. It's the same thing.
It's a support meeting.
Yeah, it's a support meeting. It's a group thing. Yeah. You go and you just talk about stories. You tell each other stories so that way you can cope with some of the things you've been through. That's, yeah.
It's almost more about community than anything else.
No, you did something. I know it.
There's a lot of duct tape in here. Oh, I've just been inhaling glue.
And Frank was eating that banana there. That was not a part of the scene originally. We were about ready to shoot the scene. He walked in eating that, and I was like, that's perfect. Do exactly that.
Yeah.
Just walk back out, come in, do exactly what you're doing. And he was very confused by what I wanted from him, but, you know, I feel like it really sells the character. That he's just, like, casually, you know, eating a banana as he walks in. What's this Samothrace thing? I don't know what you're talking
Happy
about.
accidents, for sure.
Dr. Brains' office, you know, can easily become an apartment. There's not even a window there.
There's not a window.
Literally
Just
the
some
blind.
new paint and some new set deck.
What the hell's happening? Do you trust me?
Yeah, so that window is just a pair of blinds that we have that we just attach to a stand and then pull them down and boom, you got a window.
That Cliff sent
Bada bing.
before he didn't show at the barbecue.
The map of Samothrace. Directly from the wiki, I think.
It's real.
Totally legit.
And he's at the center of it. Think about it. Every time something weird happens, I need you to trust me. He's doing
Thanks to
something.
everybody that's just joining right now, by the way. We are in the middle of episode 4 of our season 1 of Redacted. For anybody that's just barely joining us, or for anybody that just joined us a second ago and we haven't explained it since the last time you guys joined, we are the Lot1 Productions, the original creators of the season of the episodes we're watching right now, the show YouTube series Redacted. We are currently campaigning for our season 2. You can find our season spark link somewhere on wherever you're watching, whether it's TikTok, YouTube Shorts, YouTube, on our channel.
And the YouTube chat if you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and if you're on YouTube right now, you can find the link in our chat. Super happy to have everybody here. We are watching. We are watching all of our episodes in order and giving live commentary on them as well too. You can see it right here, back here in my thing, but you might be able to see it on the actual platform as well too if you're just watching. So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome.
And when he does, we get the truth out.
We also dance for any amount of money. I don't want to put it like that, but that's the way it's been, boys.
Henry, put the gun down.
What the fuck?
Oh, we got a follow. Thanks for the follow on TikTok.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
He already got to you too, didn't
Give a little clap for that.
That's a clap for sure.
Don't shoot me.
So this scene was really fun. We had to convince like 20 people to play dead.
Which is the reason I got into film, is to ask people.
Ask people to play dead.
Some people had to lay on the ground for so long that they fell asleep. And it was actually pretty funny.
That makes the host believe in the political party known as the ID.
And again, these are a lot of our crew, a lot of our cast crew and homies, just friends, you know.
How many times we've done this? How long we've been here?
I really like this scene because we pick up in the middle of the Samothrace thing, because obviously Cliff is infected. But the dialogue here implies that like this is not the first time around that we've had, and that ties into the ending where he sends the video that we saw at the beginning to himself, watches it, infects himself, and then we go down this rabbit hole again. It is I think one of the most fun parts about the whole Samothrace thing is there's like a war in the Foundation of, you know, people who are infected or not, that think the other side is infected, and nobody can agree, but they also don't want to destroy the place. But there's like secret ops like infecting the other side and going back and forth trying to make all kinds of things happen.
It is an argument as to whether or not the Samothrace infection is you forgetting Samothrace or you being infected with the knowledge of Samothrace.
Yep.
Why am I here again?
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, there's a right side for sure, for sure. But you know, it was so bad in the SCP Foundation that they had to institute an actual rule that said that nobody is allowed to talk about it anymore. Period. Nobody cares. We don't care why. Just don't do it. Right? Because for a while the SCP Foundation was going at each other's throats. The situation that we have here is a situation that's actually pretty common for Samothrace. You know, there are pockets of information about Samothrace that are kind of self-contained to a certain extent, and they just need somebody to kind of watch over it, somebody to make sure it never gets too out of hand. And so the people that we're seeing here, we don't know how long they've been here, but they've done this plenty of times.
Cameo.
He's gonna say the thing. He's gonna say the thing.
Have any of you heard about what's going down in Eastern Samothrace?
Now you're all infected.
Oh.
And then this scene was not originally meant to be part of it because it is kind of a little bit silly how quickly they just all devolve. But it was just a lot of fun to film. Spinning the camera around as people, like, you know, freak out and turn on each other. I don't think we told anybody what to do. We were just like,
Be
go
crazy.
wild.
Act like you're
Just
going
freak
insane.
out.
I got a commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, so that, let me go.
Are we
back
just
to-
rolling into 5 or?
Yeah, we could just
Harley
roll
did a
straight into
commercial.
5.
5 is long, so.
Anybody got any more questions about 4? We're moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on to the 5. Hey, we got some more donations on that TikTok live.
TikTok.
Oh, baby.
Gotta do the crab hands, crab hands, crab hands. Yeah, there it is. Appreciate all the donations. Again, if you're new here, we're crowdfunding for our season 2 of Redacted out on Seed and Spark. All the links are in all the description and all the profile links and all the things and in the QR code on YouTube. I'm pointing at the YouTube QR code. Check it out. There's a lot of great rewards. There's incentives. Dr. Sherman from Site 42 is one of the incentives. Also, any amount counts. $1, $2, 50 cents, $5, whatever it is. Please consider donating so we can make season 2 happen. We appreciate you guys. Hey, we gotta let them cook on TikTok. Hit that.
I don't know what that means, but.
Yeah. 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 Crab. Okay, you gotta let us know what the Mayo challenge is specifically. What if you're gonna donate money, you can't just say do a thing and not let us know what our reward is.
I will do jumping jacks when this episode is over.
Yeah,
I guess I could do them throughout the episode. That'd be kind of funny too.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
I say Christian Mayo in beard.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
That might be good for your beard.
I ain't a little
it's good oil,
baby like Casey.
Oh.
Hey, I didn't have a chance to do it.
No,
I went to look
Christian,
for
you don't
ketchup,
owe
but
us
we didn't
jumping
have it.
jacks. You owe us all push-ups, sir.
Anyways,
Not in his vest.
let's go to episode 5.
Focus on the episode, guys.
Here we
Focus
go.
on the
Ready to
episode.
click it? I'm ready to click it.
Yep.
Oh, we weren't already watching it?
You're ready to click it.
I'm just gonna go back a couple of minutes.
All right, you ready?
I am ready.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. So, episode 5. Directed by me. Written by Christian Hoffman. DP'd by Christian Hoffman. Sound by Harley Grow. That's why it's the best sound out of all the episodes. And AD'd by Sir Casey Jacobs. Woo!
Boy.
This one was a lot of fun. When we got to the editing room and we were like, oh my god, it's 30 minutes. We kind of all like collectively freaked out, but then we went, wait a second. there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's like not egregious. Like there's a lot of long takes in here, a lot of emotional beats, and there was a version where we decided to cut it up, and we were just like, it's not the same. We can't.
Yeah.
So we decided to keep it, and I'm glad we did, because I think it turned out really well. That opening sequence, actually, because I was trying to think, what is something we can do to kind of hook people, or it could be interesting more than just like starting in the office or whatever. And I remember I had this idea in the shower. I always have the best ideas in the shower. And I was like, what if a laser scanned them in, and then they walk and the guards are there and they lead them to Mark, and then Mark introduces her.
And it was a nightmare to
I
get it
enjoyed
even
this
this
episode
good.
because I feel like it really does build that extra to the SCP Foundation that we were looking for. The last time that we saw the Foundation itself was what, at the end of episode 3, and I guess you could count an agent in episode 4, right? That being said, the entire space that we filmed episode 4 in is all of episode 5.
Yeah.
Any of the bedrooms that you saw episode 4 going into episode 5, except for the backyard stuff, right? This is the same location, so it really is just set deck, changing the rooms around, making it look different, shooting from different angles, utilizing different rooms.
So
yeah, the break room is technically the same room
Yeah.
as Dr. Brain's office and
The
Travis'
phone room,
bedroom
too.
from episode 4. And the phone room. Just different set deck, different side of the room.
That
different
long shot at the beginning took forever because we were having technical difficulties with the wireless transmitter on the camera for the follow focus. So it was just like the reason why that shot isn't as like straight and as like not bumpy is because we spent way too long trying to fix it, and it just would not fix. Arguably the most important shot of the whole freaking thing, which is the opening shot. We just it just did not work, and so we couldn't focus on them. We had a lot of problems that day, and sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. So
I think it is the biggest disappointment from the entire season is like that shot, if we didn't have that technical error, would have been so much better.
I know.
It turned out pretty good. I think that it still sells what it needs to, but just technically it's not quite what it should have been.
So, if you look closely, those are not Talia's hands, our main character's hands. Those are actually Christian Hoffman's hands. We realized we didn't get any close-ups, so we went to the office. Christian did the close-ups with his hands, and no one has said a single thing.
We considered drawing her tattoos on my skin, but we just decided it wasn't worth it.
No one
He does
said
have very
anything.
delicate hands.
That is true.
He does.
People often compliment their softness.
We just got 24 donations on TikTok, so you know what that means. Boop, 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 boop.
Whoa!
Yeah, good job. Thank you for the donations. So that clock actually, I can't move my camera, is actually in my background.
Has appeared in many things.
Yeah, it's in my background right now. It's on my wall above me, in the background. This scene, I remember talking to Christian because he's the DP and he wrote it, but I remember we had a long conversation of how can we visually kind of try and show the change in what's about to occur, into where now we've switched into her mind in her reality.
This
Spoiler
is her
alert.
memory of the
This is her
events.
memory of the events as she lived them in the 0.1 second,
That
time
camera
frame.
over her shoulder.
Yep. We shot this episode in 3 days. All the episodes needed more days, but this one specifically, there's a lot of times where we ran out of time, specifically in that office, and unfortunately, we weren't able to really hone in some of the camera work to emphasize, oh, we're in her mind now. Yeah, so we worked on that a lot. Yeah. This is also in the studios. This is just on the other side of the wall from episode 1, where the high school front office was. This is literally on the other side of the wall.
As well as the SCP-8 zombie scenes that happen in the background of the intro sequence.
The rest of you can return to your posts.
And House by the Sea, that's not true.
So
You have us.
the researcher there, Cassidy, the girl, is the daughter in episode 3.
Your first day on our site And you have already accomplished something
Oh yes, yes.
Is
you
that true in
Ash
universe?
is a rising prominent star.
Yeah. In universe, no.
I think that I've done this.
There she is.
Nonsense.
I
Harley's
really-
watching on the stream again.
Shoot! God, I did it again. Gosh dang it. But that's Mark. That's Mark there. You know what? You know
That
what?
is Mark there, actually. Yeah.
Yep, and that's Tali. Yep.
I remember having a long conversation with Mark about how like he needs to act differently once she sees the eyes. So we only really kind of get a little. Unfortunately, the audience only really gets to understand who Mark is as a character before the eyes for like 5 minutes, or not even 5
And
minutes. Like
at
like-
the end a little bit.
Yeah. So I tried to make him like
Your father did us.
be more of like a hero figure, like a drill sergeant of like, you can do this, like propaganda, be this way. So that way there's like that contrast between him and what's happening.
Mhm. And it's like the slow deterioration. She dies in less than half a second when she sees the eyes, but that experience is stretched out over like a month of time in her experience, and as that month progresses, her brain is deteriorating more and more and more. That is not Montauk. That is Mark, who will also be in season 2.
Yes.
He's your site director.
He is
Yeah,
site
and
director.
he will be the person most directly opposed to Dr. Montauk when he appears in season 2.
If you notice too, there's hints. If you pay attention to her clothes, the background, the lack of people walking around, anyone she interacts with in her mind after she sees the eyes are people she has seen physically in that opening scene, or talked to in that opening scene. So, for instance, Mark is in his office talking to 2 men, and you'll see in the next scene, those are the 2 men that she goes and talks to.
Dude, I'm so sorry. If somebody can drink a can of soda in 45 seconds or less, I'll give another 15. Somebody give me a can of soda right
That's
now. Or
easy.
You've got a fridge behind you, don't you?
I don't have anything carbonated in there.
We don't have anything in the fridge.
I have orange juice.
Is there like a beer?
Fun fact.
All out of my LaCroix.
Fun fact, she is trying to write an SCP file, and everyone always makes the joke that is actually how hard it is to write an actual SCP file on the SCP Wiki.
Oh, we've had so many people comment that like, oh, I'm so glad they did that. And
Okay,
you
so
know,
I'm gonna go look for a can of
representation.
something. That being said,
So,
one of the
yes.
things that we talked about with this episode, I remember it was a lot of fun. Was the example of getting decapitated, and how you yourself, as a floating head, as a head falling into a
technically
bucket,
alive for like 7 seconds.
you are still technically alive for 7 seconds. What does that look like? What do you experience? And when people say their whole life flashes before their eyes, like this is literally the epitome of your life flashing before your eyes.
Yeah.
So, this scene, this room is the same room that episode 1, Dr. Brain's office is. It's just shot on the other side of the room, turned around. And it is also the same room that in episode 4, his bedroom, in that opening scene. It's just the other side of the room flipped.
Saw them, right?
Mhm.
The eyes? I mean,
The reason why everyone in the background doesn't move and the clapping and stuff is, again, we were trying to hint at something's off. This is not actually how the people in the Foundation act. They did not actually hate her. They don't talk to her. The people she never saw and didn't interact with, she doesn't actually ever talk to or see or like physically there. And that's kind of the idea that we tried to go with on this scene.
what I tell you,
Elle in the chat asks, so the eyes of the Grim Reaper, you could imagine them like that, but not quite. We find out the only reason the Foundation knows what the eyes are in the original file is because Wade Dalit, I think his name is in the original file, or Gwen in this episode. Lots of people have died here before they die, but they die in a very special way under very special circumstances, which allows the Foundation to realize that it is actually like an electrical phenomenon. We have this whole backstory of like Mark and Gwen's father worked originally on a project trying to like create better like infinite energy kind of things for the Foundation, and in doing that invited this entity over, which only appears as eyes and reflections into rooms with contained spaces on the other side. That's how it works in the original file. so through that, they find out that it is an electrical phenomenon.
Okay, there are no such things.
Fun
Canned
fact.
Caused by
because you have
overloading the
tiny
brain.
lights.
Fun fact:
I think that'll count, Harley.
they, the number she puts into the phone is actually just the SCP file.
4205.
4205.
Sorry.
This scene was actually day one, first scene shot.
Yeah,
Which I gotta
which was
commend.
crazy.
Yeah, this scene and this scene happens again later in it. Talia on day one, the actress who plays Gwen, was able to pull this off first scene, day one, new crew.
Super emotional,
Yeah.
long take,
Yeah.
no cutaways.
This is also why this episode is so long, is scenes like this where we're just sticking with her in the moment.
Script-wise, it was relatively
in
the same length as the other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the I've noticed in the comments there's a lot of conversations about like, oh, it's really cool that you guys used, I forget which SCP number, but the phone SCP as like a part of this, and that's a part of like, there's potential there.
Yeah, so this is not season 2 stuff, but one thing that we talked about with this is like, there's a phone that lets you talk to the dead. We would love if like Mark contacts Gwen one day using that phone to like try to solve some mystery that comes up, and you know, we get to see like what the afterlife or an afterlife is like in the SCP universe, and you know, go on this huge, grand, stellar adventure trying to solve whatever problem that's related to.
So it's heavily implied at the beginning of this episode that her dad is dead. So again, hinting at the fact that she's not alive right now. Why is she calling her father? Why, when she calls, we don't hear a ring, we don't hear someone on the other side? It's her within her death trying to console with her father and get advice, feel better, whatever it is. And I feel like that's been a big misconception because people think that that's the SCP phone versus we just had low budget. We couldn't make the communication room actually like look more like a communication room.
Yeah. What do you think of this one in the chat? The eyes meant to be a physical manifestation of depression and the 5 stages of grief. I can definitely see that. I've actually never heard that before, so I'm a little bit surprised.
I know that when we were studying the SCP to actually like talk about it in the writers' rooms when we were hosting them, I did a lot of research into each one of the SCPs that we had, and I have seen. Now, here's the thing with the SCP, with SCPs in general, right? There's canon, and then there's canon for everybody else, and then there's canon for you, and then there's objective canon, but also subjective canon. And you know, it's one of those things where I have seen that they are a manifestation of one person's life catching up with themselves in the form of the manifestation of the 5 stages of grief. Now that being said, it's up for interpretation.
So,
you know,
episode 5 is a big metaphor. Specifically the file. We'll get back to the file. It is the actual file is very long. It's really interesting the way that they scripted it. It's like you get on a tablet and you're going through the files, and there's in the community, it has been interpreted in many ways, and the main way, because of the writer themselves wrote it this way, is it's kind of a metaphor for LGBTQ and like what they go through, and the idea that she's calling her father to try and like make amends, and like the things that they go through, like, so there, that's that metaphor. But then it's been interpreted in other ways, like you're saying. I could see it as the stages of grief. Mark, even in some of our actor meetups or our one-on-ones, director to actor, actually brought that up as that's how he interpreted it. So there's a lot of like, even in the comments where people were just like, well, I think this, and it's like, interpret it the way that you want to. That's the point of media. That's the point of literature, is it can mean different things to different people.
I mean, even more specifically, aside from media and literature, the eyes stare back at you for 1 second. You are the only person who sees them for that second, and then you are gone. They can mean whatever they are supposed to you. And in this, I think it's a good example. They definitely mean something to our main character as opposed to everybody else, which just see it as an SCP.
Yeah. Is it her inferiority complex because she feels like she's not living up to the memory of her father? Is it, she's moving into this new job and she's very nervous about that? Is it, like from the original SCP? Is it something about like her relationship with this person that in the original file they start talking about this person that they're like talking to and excited about? So many ways that could go. Is it a reaction to their father's death and feeling lost, not having this person who was really important to their life?
Yeah, we tried to make sure all the clocks were at the same time. This is the one scene where that mistake was. There was a mistake. We forgot to set the clock to the actual time. So, again, hinting at she never. This is all at the same time. This is within the same second. Dr. Sherman, when he reacted to episode 5, actually points that out. But then he got to this scene, he went, never mind. And I went, dang it.
No.
The one time we messed up. Like, yeah. When you're shooting...
we do sometimes go back and reshoot stuff like that, but this one was so last minute because it was the one closest filming to when we actually released, that we just didn't have time for that.
Fun fact, the eyes are actually a practical prop that my father designed, and then they were manipulated in post to be different, but there's still essence of the actual prop inside the redone CGI version of it.
Yeah. If you watch like the extended versions of the clips, you can actually like see them swing into frame and then turn on. It's very funny.
I had the job of swinging them into frame sometimes.
They were remote controlled with an RC remote. You can move the eyeballs, look in different ways. It was really important for me for the actors to have something physical to actually look and interact with. Because I thought that helped more. But it also, like, the red glow on the window, like the reflection on the windowsill, like, we just wouldn't have that if we would have just done it all in CGI.
Yeah.
She was bound to fly off the walls. How'd she even pass?
And this is another way that like her mind has decayed so much. Earlier, she was able to at least imagine the people that she saw before she died in a room, even if they weren't quite acting human. Now she can't even get to the point where she is imagining the people. It's just like voices and silhouettes behind a wall saying exactly the things that will hurt her the most. But she can still think of Mark because,
well, they knew each other
second father to her.
Yeah, they knew each other before.
So if there's one person that's going to stick around the longest, it's going to be him. Unfortunately,
it is recommended
it's not quite a happy moment.
Souls that see the eyes and do not die should save everyone some trouble and kill themselves. What the fuck, Gwen?
I love that line. I also love when he like takes his glasses off at the beginning.
Are you even
it's so
Mark is one of my favorite actors. Help us crowdfund season 2 so we can give this man more work, please.
He's super excited for it.
Yeah, he's 100% on board.
How about the simplest summary of what we already know? Your father never would have let things get this bad. All right. Let's start at the beginning of this report.
His glasses are back on, guys. What happened?
He put them on when we cut away.
He's just that quick,
This is my favorite.
Reality bending and degrading. He wears glasses, he doesn't.
This is my favorite scene in the whole episode.
He's the one to put me in charge.
Again, this was literally the second scene we shot on day 1, and she was able to pull out all this emotion.
He actually said that shit.
Yeah. And thank God we had Robbie on set for this one and Amaya who did costumes, because like she's wearing a faded version of the shirt she's wearing in the earlier scene, but this was shot on day 1, so it was like to make sure the continuity of everything like that was a really hard thing to do in this episode. Because she was constantly changing
my favorite
shirts.
part coming up though.
Everybody knows.
Huh?
My singular favorite part is coming up right now of this episode.
Take over. He's going to fight me.
I'm so curious what that could mean.
I'm just a dead man walking.
The music too.
Really
Gabe
good.
did a really good job on this one.
In a weird way, maybe it's just because we've been playing it a lot recently. It kind of gives me Minecraft vibes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god, yes.
But like a more like sad version of it.
Yeah.
My Favorite shot in the entire series.
Tried calling Mo.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said
This is my
favorite
favorite
part.
moment.
Oh.
This little moment where
The blood. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The nosebleed was
singular
great.
Favorite moment.
We literally just had her put her head back, and Amaya would come in with the fake blood, and then we'd like go and action. And she put her head down and just instantly go into it. That was so hard for her.
And the timing of it works out so well.
The second her tear, like I remember being behind Christian, I was like, "Please, blood, start moving," and then it like fell at the perfect moment, and then the tear went down her cheek at the exact time. It was like everything aligned for this one shot. Remember, day one, second scene.
Fantastic.
Things never go that smoothly.
No.
It was a real big ego boost too for this. And then we were
I
able
think
to get into the potatoes.
I definitely felt the like, oh, we started high, let's continue. Yeah.
Oh, you got a question in the TikTok.
I do? Where?
I don't see it.
I don't
Question
see
in the TikTok. So, do other SCPs exist in her interpretation of reality? And if they do, could they go into our reality?
I just want this to end.
There's probably SCPs that could.
Yeah, not this one though.
I think only SCPs that would exist in her reality are SCPs that she is aware of and would be thinking about in her final moments. So it's unlikely that there are any, except for the one that killed her.
Yeah.
But not impossible.
Well, that's really fun to think about, though. If you're experiencing as a researcher, you're experiencing the last little bit of your reality in your own reality.
So here's a question that I would like to pose to you, following on that thread. If she had been a victim of the Malo app and had one permanently following her, and then she saw the eyes in the same way and died and it was recorded, would Malo be there? You know, we don't really know exactly what the Malo entity is. Is it possible that it could have the memories from that time if it is some sort of interdimensional thing? You know, lot to think about.
So if you see in the background, the lighting in the hallway also changed, emphasizing her mind is degrading.
Yeah. This little cube that she's in is the last little bit that she can think about before the end.
Just saying, the salesman could have knocked on a door and interrupted this whole episode.
Yeah, that's another one that could have done it. Maybe we'll do like a what if version of the Redacted universe.
That's actually hilarious. Just switch all the SCPs around.
Hey, you know, it even could have happened technically, and we just haven't seen that episode yet. That could be like a season 3 kind of thing. Who knows?
Yeah. Which, by the way, we have plans for season 3 and 4 if we can get season 2 off the ground. So check out the Season Spark link in all the descriptions and the profile and stuff. And please consider donating and sharing with your friends and family.
And people you hate.
Sure.
Everyone.
Rich people too. We can provide tax incentives.
Can we?
Yeah.
I think.
All right. Is this the last thing that we filmed with her?
Yeah, this was end of the day, last thing. We had to rush it because unfortunately we ran out
We
of
had
time.
to open the next day with this video as well.
Yeah, it was, we had a lot of again, money, lack of time affected the transition here and everything. As you can see now, there's a person behind him. There's more people in the room. She's back in the room.
Instead of the way her desk was at the end, it's the way that it was at the very beginning.
Not contained.
Guys, I got a yes. Also, any drink to the chug challenge. I got a drink right here. I know we're in the last bits of the episode, but
we'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
The junior researcher's death has revealed clues as to the true nature.
So yeah, Mark, the actor Mark, who also plays side director Mark. Oh, this was fun. When Christian was like, "Chris, you're gonna love this," I was like, "What?" He's like, "You're gonna like the animation we did for the O5 Council." And then I was like, "Yep, absolutely,
super fun."
Yep,
was happening on set even.
Yep, dude. Yeah, this day was. Fun fact: this is actually the same room that episode 2, the containment room for the old AI. It's the same exact room.
Yep.
With the fish tank over the computer. Yep.
Simulation of their life.
I love the depiction of the O5 Council. There was a version of the script in which this conversation was far shorter and less in depth, and we didn't get to see the O5 Council for what they are in this moment. And I really enjoy what we ended up with.
Yeah, I
love
remember
what we
pushing for that. I took inspiration
Individual.
from 069, the short 069 by Clay, and his 05, and I was like, Christian, set up season 2, let's do this, and then everyone jumped on board in it. You know.
The individual
Mark's a poster boy for the Foundation. He's not evil as much as he is, I'm pretty sure,
yeah,
Boy Scout.
he is a boy.
Obsessed with science, with understanding, I think. And he kind of hates that about himself because it is about the death of someone that was very close to him. And so he's conflicted. He's
conflicted.
very excited to learn more, to be able to save lives, but at what cost?
Yeah. And I cannot wait to explore that more in his character. But me and Mark had lots of conversations of like, he's super interested in what happened and he had to do it for the sake of the Foundation, but at the same time, he killed someone. He knowingly knew she was gonna die and killed someone that he cared about.
Of course.
And how does that affect a person in season 2? Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
Recent events have
Huh? What?
trying.
Yeah, imagine a young woman who is the daughter of your best friend dies, you know, kind of at your hands, at the hands of the Foundation to which you owe your allegiance in your life, and, you know, it is the purpose for which you work. And then, you know, half a dozen pregnant women show up, and now suddenly you're in kind of a similar situation. You know, how many of them do you allow to be sacrificed so that you can get enough information to stop the bad thing from happening, you know?
You know, but that's just the larger question and conversation of the SCP Foundation. It is secure, contain, protect. By any means. Right? There are no levels of intimate connections that separate the necessity to be secured, contained, and protected. And even if that means it's one of your very close friends, relatives, whatever.
There's been a steady increase in outbreaks and
hinting at
anomalies
season 2.
plaguing the Foundation. We believe things will only get more complicated.
This whole conversation setting up season 2?
Site 202 has been selected to see an increase in Keter and Thaumiel class objects. You'll have my support, but you'll need to prepare thoughtfully.
And season 2... It's 2 years later.
And then we get that banging credit song.
Yep, the Foundation theme.
Alright, Harley, chug!
Alright.
Let me...
Guys, I'm happy to be here.
Change this. Alright, guys. So, for those who are new here or don't know what's about to happen, we are live streaming in order to raise money for our crowdfunding campaign on Seed and Spark. And we are doing silly things for money on our Seed and Spark. Check out the links on the QR code in the descriptions and the profiles and everything. Head on over there. Lots of incentives, but we're also doing silly things. So I think the challenge is you get some money for the Seed and Spark if Harley chugs a soda.
In under 45 seconds.
Under 45 seconds.
Now, that being said, I have seen the Sprite challenge going around quite often right now on TikTok, and I've often thought, I could do that.
You can do that.
Which I think are the famous
Yeah,
last
you did.
words of anybody who attempts the Sprite challenge, you know?
Hey, you did the cinnamon challenge twice last time.
Yeah, I even swallowed the cinnamon on the second one. My mouth is moist.
All right, let me get a timer out or a stopwatch. It's 45
And while
seconds,
he's
right?
doing that, I'm just gonna start on the jumping jacks.
Oh, and the second, Christian has to do jumping jacks for money as well. Is everyone ready for this? Let me switch. I
I have
realized I didn't
45
switch
seconds.
over.
Somebody give me a timer, yeah?
Okay, Harley. Yeah, I'm gonna put up a timer. Harley, you are doing the soda. Christian, you are starting the jumping jacks. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, chug, 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 chug.
You're doing great, kid.
Chug, 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 chug. Harley, finish it. You could have done that in 7 seconds. Stop burping. Just chug it. Hey, there it is. He did it in 21 seconds. Christian's still doing the jumping jack. 21 seconds, y'all. 21 seconds. There it is. Woo! Fireworks. Yeah. We just, keep it going, Christian. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. 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 We got some donations on TikTok. Woo! Yeah. Yeah.
It was so much worse in the MTF uniform.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Thank you for the donations. Yeah. Oh, we got a dog. We got another donation. Christian, hit it. Here we go. Another donation.
This feels awful.
Yeah. Woo! 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 Thank you for the TikTok donations, dude. We've like blown it out of the water. Yeah, the mask. I don't have anything. Wow. Where were the other 05 members? I would say that not every 05 member needed to be there because at that time I wouldn't say that the eyes were a large enough threat to require all the 05 members.
Yeah, also, like, as far as it goes, too, depending on which canon you're following, right, different 05s are in charge of different SCPs. Not to say that they are in charge of this SCP, but different version, okay, so different
like
members
different
of the
departments
05
as well.
also have an expertise in different kinds of SCPs. You know, and so, like, man, I would really hate if I had to call all the 05 every time somebody stared into the eyes.
Yeah, it was probably more of a thing like, who's available and who wants to be here for this? And some of them probably had a special interest, given, like, the origin that we settled on for where the SCP came from. And obviously the other motivations that we don't know about.
We got another donation. Hit that thing on the TikTok. Woo! Woo! Meteor shower. Yeah, don't know what that means, but it's crazy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Crab, 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 crab. Yay. Clap, 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 clap. Shots. Oh no.
Hey, you donate to the Seed and Spark, we'll do it.
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
please,
Donate
no.
to the Seed and Spark. We'll do
Please,
shots.
anything but that.
Yeah.
Oh no, not shots.
Guys,
Oh,
that being said,
oh, we got a
that
$25 donation to the Seed and Spark.
From
Nice.
Yeah, and we got more TikTok donations. Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Crab bread, crab bread. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say probably world-ending things. Maybe we'll see 01. Oh, we got a galaxy. Hit that donation song, Christian. Go, go,
Yo!
go, go, go. And more. Woo!
Is that our first galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you. Wow.
Dude, we've literally blown the goal on the TikTok out of the water. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Woo! We got a question.
Wow,
How
actually,
much
yeah,
for
thank you. The
to
galaxy
shave
Christian.
is such a big deal.
How much money for you to shave your beard?
I'll do it right now for $1,000.
$1,000.
1,000.
You know, the price might go up and down depending on what stream you're at, where we're at in the crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah.
It's a
Let's just say if we need
momentary
$1,000
price.
or 500, Christian, I think you'd shave your beard for $500, right?
Not right now.
Not right now, but if we're 500 away from our goal and all we need is Christian to shave his beard, there's no doubt in my mind that he would do it.
We got 2 more donations on TikTok. 3 more donations. They keep coming. Hit it, Christian. Hit it. I'm just saying, we would all shave our head if we reached our goal, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
100K, I'd shave my head.
If that's enough for everybody to want to do it,
And then
Yeah.
we wouldn't cut our hair until we finish season 2.
Oh, what a
pretty
what
good.
a-
Cathartic.
we do a
We'll have
live
hands
stream
by the time we're done.
on set in front of everyone.
We'll also shave our mustaches and our beards. It'll be a full
You know what?
grow out.
If we hit the goal, I'll shave everything.
Everything.
Oh.
Everything.
Hey, you know, there was an idea for a live stream where we just stuck wax strips onto Christian.
Oh, we're getting more donations on
And then
TikTok.
every time somebody donates 25
More
bucks, we
donations on
strip one
TikTok.
off.
Gormlick, why are you pulling an all-nighter? It's only 8 o'clock at night.
Because they're having so much fun.
Yeah, oh, the TikTok donations. Wow, wow, wow. Yes.
It's corn.
It's corn. Yeah, so Christian, while we're here, and Harley, why don't we just really quickly talk about season 2? Where do we start? How many years? What's happening? What we ended at 05 Council telling Mark, you're gonna get a bunch of dangerous SCPs. Then what happens?
Season 2 is a couple years later. They have been getting more dangerous SCPs, but none quite like this. SCP-231. Could I recommend an SCP? Absolutely. Put it in the chat. We love to read them, and also it gives us ideas for future episodes of
Absolutely.
Redacted and other shows as well.
Yep.
We have other shows in the mix, so you know.
Yeah, that being said, too, season 2 is not the only thing that we're cashing in on, you guys. We really hope that we make this goal so that we can give everybody Redacted season 2, because we want to see that, and we want everybody else to be able to experience that. But if we don't do it, that doesn't mean that we're out of the SCP game. That means our priorities change, and we'll be able to give you guys a lot of different SCP content and shows coming up in the future. It's something that we enjoy doing. It's something we want to continue to keep doing. But if we can make $100,000 and be able to make the best version of what that would look like for you guys, then hallelujah. But season 2, like Christian was saying, right? We left off with Mark saying, with Mark being told by the 05 Council that things are going to get a lot more crazy pretty soon, right? And you know, that's kind of where we pick up on. I think we pick up on the a lot more crazy pretty soon part of things. It's a lot of fun to imagine that Mark, you know, this character that we just got to meet in this last episode here, right, is one of the titular characters of this next season, because the entire season revolves around this idea of do I not, for the world, for the SCP, for the people I care about, for the people I want to save, versus what is the objective answer here? Is there an answer here? How do we solve the problems that we ourselves are too small to be able to answer? Well, luckily we have a foundation to tell us what to do. And now, so the question really becomes, do you do your duty for the rest of humanity, or do you make your own personal choice? There is no right answer, but for a lot of people, there's a lot of right answers. Right, so we pick up on this situation right after this 5th episode. Right, we assume a couple months probably passed. You know, things have gotten, you know, they've had a little bit of time to really update this site, this location, in order to be able to house bigger and badder SCPs. Site 202 is in our headcanon a pretty new site. Right, it's a site that deals with low-level SCPs that doesn't really have to deal with anything that's like Keter level, or anything that would even, come their way like that, right? Because they're not a facility built for that kind of thing. But, right, with updates and modifications, any site can hold any SCP as long as they have those things put in place to hold them. Now, that being said, were they expecting 5 pregnant women of the, antithesis to the Foundation, spawned by the Scarlet King, to appear in their lap, and were they prepared to deal with what that situation implies and the implications and actions that have to be taken in order to save the world after that? Or were they ready for that? Well, who knows? Maybe there's a Dr. Montauk that shows up just because he is the probably leading specialist of this field, you know. And that's really, it's hard to say too much without giving things away, right? But this is the story at hand that we are dealt with, right? These are the cards that we are dealt, right? This is the situation that we have, which is a site that isn't used to tragedy, having to make decisions that will affect everything, not just our universe, not the universe next to us, everything. Because this is just one way that the Scarlet King has tried to infiltrate into our reality. It's important to say that the Scarlet King, right, is a very enigmatic figure, stays very far away, stays very removed. It's like a it's like a step parent who never really stepped into that role and just kind of sees you from afar, right? There's not too many things that he has to do in order to actually make sure that his plans come to fruition. He just has to make sure that there are plans that are happening, and eventually, at some point, one of the things that he has tried to get into our universe, which SCP-231 is one of those things, will work.
Yeah.
Because for as long as the Foundation exists, so does the Scarlet King. And for as long as the Scarlet King exists, he will try to break down the Foundation. Those are some of the ground rules that we have set for ourselves in the way that we are thinking about and writing around the Scarlet King in the episodes.
Yeah.
So very big stuff, very fun stuff. Christian, did I miss anything?
I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Cool.
Season 2 is about a lot of those bigger questions. It kind of follows the trend that we set in Season 1, starting very small, very personal, and staying very small and very personal in the focus of our stories, but expanding the world out further and further and further, so that way we can get a sense of how big the Foundation really is. And that's why we have so many seasons planned, if we can get to them, because there are so many stories to tell in this universe, and so many places to go in terms of themes, emotions, plots, all kinds of stuff. We're not even scratching the surface.
And then as far as SCP-2935 is concerned, I haven't actually read that one yet. And by the time we reach our next live stream,
you will have read it.
Gormlick, if you're in here by the time we reach that next live stream, I will totally talk about it.
So, just to recap, we hope you enjoyed the commentary on Season 1. We love answering lots of questions and revealing things. So, Season 2, Redacted, SCP Redacted, Season 2, Montauk. Seed and Spark, you could just go to seedandspark.com, look up SCP. We're the only SCP project on there at the moment. We're at 7% of our funding goal. We have a long way to go, but we know we can make it as long as we get the support from you guys and the community and all that stuff. Everything you need to know is on here. We have story breakdowns, our mission statement, the look and style. We have the sizzle reel, showrunner notes, the community, our budget. We have eventual stretch goals, timeline of when it's going to release. And then on the side, we have all the incentives. There's some pretty cool stuff in here. Everyone who donates $10 or more will receive a unique Class D number and a special thank you. And then it continues to get better. Personalized videos from site director Mark giving you a debrief of SCP-231. The Mobile Task Force, you get a digital 4K copy of the Season 2 soundtrack and main thing, or the main, all the episodes. You get a sneak peek into Season 2 if it's over $250. There's the Signal Booster one, which is Sherman from Site 42. He gives you a personalized video straight to you, dedicated to you. And so much more. So check it out. If you can't donate, just share every day. Just share the videos, all of the pitch videos. Everything has all the information you need to know. We have QR codes everywhere, so just share it. We can't do this without you guys, and so we really appreciate you being here in this stream, and helping us out and making us do silly stuff. We enjoy it, I promise.
Hey, I'm just saying, miasmic pacifist in the YouTube chat just said that they'll donate $100 if 4 other people do the same. I'm just saying, if y'all know anybody with $100, at least one person, and we can get 3 of them, miasmic pacifist will also.
So what I'm hearing is if 4 people donate $100, he'll donate. So just to double check, is it 4 including you? It's 4 others, so that means $500. What if someone just donated like a large chunk of money or something? Does that count? So if
that counts.
Multiple people, so that would be $500. You plus 4 other people, that would count. That's what I'm hearing. Is that what we're hearing?
Alistair Gray, yeah, no, 4739, 100%.
So if people are in the chats right now, if we can get 4 people to agree to donate $100 to the Seed and Spark, not TikTok, Seed and Spark, we will get another $100 donation. So 4 people have to agree to do it. We have 2 people or 1 person who said they did it. We need 3 more people to agree to donate $100, and then we'll get that 5th $100. So, what are we gonna do, boys, to get people to do this?
Shave Harley's mustache.
Shave Harley's mustache.
Shave Christian's head. You can keep the beard, Christian, but you gotta lose the hair.
All right, fine.
It's like a saw trap. Either you lose the hair and keep the beard, or keep the beard.
The
and
next
lose the
stream will be next Thursday at the same time, 5 o'clock Pacific Central Time, or Pacific Time, the U.S.
The beard costs more.
PST.
But if somebody gave $500 right now, I
That's
would shave
fake
my head.
TV money.
This is real money.
That's
This
fake money.
Don't worry, so are we, House by the Sea. That's why we're asking the internet for $100 grand.
Yeah, no worries.
You know, we do have 1 person who said they'd do it. Anyone else do it? Anyone else? Anyone else out there? We got a taker. Let me ask you, will you be back next stream?
$1,000.
Because I can get some donors in our next stream.
I feel like we can get 4 people.
For sure. For sure. Any takers? No.
I don't think we're gonna get any
I don't
takers.
think we're gonna get it.
Not right now, but
I
maybe
mean,
by the next stream.
Yeah, we
I
can.
think
Oh,
the people that donated already are.
the next
donating
stream,
out.
though, we want to go big on the next stream. We want to do a big donation push. It's the big push at the end of Thanksgiving, before Christmas. We've got a lot of silly ideas, a lot of fun ideas. We don't know which one we're going to execute for the live stream. But next week, next Thursday, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Pacific time, we will be streaming on all the streaming platforms, TikTok, YouTube Vertical, YouTube Shorts, and normal YouTube Live. And it'll be a lot of fun. So be there, be square. You'll be there? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, and spread the word. Send it to your SCP friends, your family, your friends, whoever.
I mean, even then, if you're just sharing our posts on the SCP Reddit
absolutely.
or the SCP Discord, that is all the help that we could need. The more that people are talking about this and the more conversation that we are having as a community, the better it is overall for everybody. Your experience, our experience, their experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're just gonna, even if you just post hey, this cool live stream is happening, go check it out. That is also very helpful.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I'll bring a burrito to the next stream. I think I'll eat a burrito live on the next stream.
Malo will eat a burrito live on the next stream.
Ooh, God, actually, that'd be awesome.
Through the mask.
I don't think that's gonna go well.
No. I think there's a decent amount of the furry community out there that you could ask for advice on that would probably have some eating habits that or some eating techniques that would really make it work,
I think that mask specifically is not well suited to that.
Donate another $10 if you say a joke that makes the other 3 laugh.
Well, we're just gonna repeat L's joke, and it's gonna make everybody laugh.
All right, no,
Next
I
week,
think
Thursday, right? Absolutely, Gormlick.
Next Thursday, and we'll put up we'll schedule the stream so you can hit notify and you can be notified when it goes up. But next Thursday, 5 o'clock as usual, we'll be here. We'll be doing it. Yeah, 3 more people. That's all it takes. I mean, you could just send the 100 and we can find the 3 more people next week. I promise. We could do that.
I don't know. That's not what they asked for.
Yeah. So, Christian or one of us, one of us has to tell a joke and have to make the other 3 laugh. I think Christian, you're the best
On the
at this.
spot?
On the spot. That's the $10 donation.
All right. You guys want to hear a joke? I didn't even have to ask him to. He just did it. I was going to say, Harley, say something, and then he just made noise.
Even just hearing you start it was enough for me.
I'm just laughing at Harley's fake ass laugh. No joke.
Yeah,
when we're hanging out, this is literally all. This is it. This is what just. Yep.
No. When we're hanging out, I'll say something that's only funny to me, except it's also funny to Casey, and he's the only one who heard it, and he's also across the room.
Yeah. My ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is getting better. Her aim is getting better.
That's a classic.
That's really good.
I love Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
was
seen it.
that was Grunkle Stan, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you kids and your fancy animated TV shows.
What are you talking about? That was a great show.
Yeah, I've heard it's great. I just haven't seen it.
You
The Easter
haven't
eggs.
seen Gravity Falls?
The Easter eggs at the end of
So
every
all
episode
of
are
Gravity
barely
Falls
like
is fantastic,
figured out.
except for the last season. In my opinion, the last season did not need to happen when it happened. We could have used a whole other season to set it up.
Yeah.
They lost their funding right at the end. They had a whole other arc that they wanted to go into, and they weren't able to. But aside from that, fantastic animated show.
Yep.
Your joke didn't suck. Pickle juice stuff, Christian
Give you all
has.
$10 for you three in that house to take a shot and follow it with a nasty pickle juice stuff Christian has.
I don't think Casey can physically do that.
I physically cannot. I already tried it, and much like Amaya, I had a volatile physical reaction.
Harley did one last week.
If you want,
I could do it.
So for everybody else at home, okay, we have pickled pig skins in the kitchen. Me, Christian, and Casey live together. They're just pickled pig skins. It's a Mexico product. They're meant to be eaten as like a garnish to like something else, right? But Casey, for whatever reason, cannot stomach the idea of eating a pickled pig skin. Look at him.
Not the thought of it, the action of it. I tried that. It was disgusting.
Look at him.
Ew.
Delicioso.
Ew.
A todos que están aquí ahorita, si hablan español, dame un like. Si les
Well,
gusta
guys,
comer
I think that's where we're gonna end the stream today. Oh,
it's not even that bad. You guys are babies.
Delicious.
I'm sure it's delicious. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks, everybody.
Remember to share the Scene Spark, share the videos. We'll see you next Thursday, 5 o'clock Pacific time, for a big stream. We have lots of silly ideas and plans for our big donation push. Again, share it everywhere you can. Yay, more donations on the TikTok live stream. Hit it, Christian.
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Check out the Scene Spark. We love you guys. Good night. Thank you for everything. We'll play the Sizzle Reel one last time, I guess. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate all of you for everything. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Christian Hoffman.
And I'm Harley Grow.
And we're the showrunners of the SCP web series Redacted, and we need your help to bring season 2 into reality.
Now, our plans for Season 2 are quite ambitious, so visit the Seed and Spark link below in order to show your support and get more information.
Now, for a sneak peek into what Season 2 might look like, just
keep watching.
Attention all personnel. This is your site director. Because of the recent drop in staff morale and the rumors that are running amok throughout Site 202, I've decided to set a few things straight. Yes, it is as bad as you have heard. Worse. Which is why only Class D personnel are assigned to carry out the procedure. No, assignment to the project is not a punishment or a test of loyalty. While many of you that have served your time in the off-site facility have elected to receive Class A
Bye-bye.
it is not true that we have given up
Adios.
hope of saving her. If there was anything else to be done, we'd be doing it. Our duties at the Foundation
next stream, you come. Your joke's the first thing.
That is the
first
price
thing we do. You're
must
there,
pay.
it's the first thing. I won't forget, I promise.
But we must never let down our guard because of sympathy. And we will not become monsters because of the monstrous acts we must perform. Do your jobs. and never forget the importance of your work. Montauk is here to stay.